There we go. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Do you hear us?
Can anybody out there hear us?
Hello. Say something. Say.
Can
hear me?
anyone hear me?
Can you guys hear me? Microphone check.
My name is Timmy O'Toole.
We are good.
I'm stuck in a well.
That was a classic.
Come on.
Hello, welcome tonight to Kettle Talk, where we're here to talk about Cleveland Browns football and NFL talk. Tonight we got John Doe.
Yeah.
And Pac-Man the Fool.
You know what's going on.
How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, we doing real good.
Yeah, trying to get better.
I'm doing lovely. It's
I'm trying
Friday.
I'm trying to get better myself after that performance last week.
Come
but,
on.
you know,
Hey,
we got to move on, I guess, right?
you live to fight another day.
You know, I
Right.
still feel it in my chest a little bit. Just a little bit.
It definitely hurt, but let's be real. I mean, come on. It's Cleveland Browns football. It's what we do, right?
Come on.
Every year.
Welcome to the show, Brian Minton.
What's happening,
Yeah,
Brian?
we appreciate you joining us tonight. Thank you.
Come on.
Miami?
Yeah, he's a Miami. He's the Dolphin. He's
Okay,
a Dolphin fan.
okay.
Yeah, he's a fan.
Their quarterback situation is a little tougher than ours.
We ain't
Yeah.
mad at you,
And that's tough
Brian.
to
We ain't
do.
mad at you.
Happy to see you on
Fans
tonight
up,
with
though.
us.
You know we fuck with the Dolphins. Fans up.
Yeah, we definitely happy to have you
There we go. Let me get that going.
on the show tonight. So a little bit of just Browns talk real quick. I seen something the other day where Charles Barkley was asking to get Jim Brown's jersey retired. What do you guys think about that? Through the whole NFL.
Through the whole NFL.
Like
I
Jackie
agree.
Robinson in baseball.
I agree wholeheartedly.
You want to know someone else?
The whole
NFL.
Nobody can wear 32.
You want to know who else agreed upon this?
Who's
Oh.
that?
Who do you guys consider one of the best coaches ever?
Oh, man.
Donald Trump.
Coaches.
Belichick.
NFL coaches?
Belichick.
Bill
Bill
Belichick,
Belichick
out of his mouth, said that this should happen.
Really?
One of the best, the greatest football players of all time.
Yeah.
Come on, yeah. Y'all know what Jimmy do. Obviously, we wasn't born in that era, but we seen all the film. You know what Jimmy do.
Yeah, they're saying that he did more for more than just football.
Yeah, I'm
He
saying
did
that's
a
what I
lot
was gonna say. It was
more.
bigger than football.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The things he did, the racial barriers he broke, and all kinds of things.
So
movie,
this is
movie actor too, and
Yeah,
all that.
retired
Yes.
early, be an actor. Yeah.
Yeah.
a very big activist.
Did a love
as
scene
well.
with a white girl.
Yeah,
he really
very-
broke that barrier.
Yeah, he
Did a
he-
love scene
he-
with a white woman.
He was an activist as well. So I mean, honestly let you guys let us know. What do you think? What do
He
you think
definitely
about
left his
that?
imprint, not just on the NFL, but on the whole world. So I definitely agree.
Yeah, I agree as well. I think that should happen.
Yeah, I'm down. I'll do it.
He said, "I'll go for it."
Yeah, I'll go for
Plus,
it.
I got his jersey, so then it'd be super rare.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, matter of fact.
Ain't no
yeah,
more 32s.
Ain't no 32.
Come on, you know when I go to casino, that's one of my numbers I play on the roulette. 17, 23, 32.
Yeah. 32.
That
Come
will
on.
forever be one
Jimmy.
of my.
Yeah, I played 32.
I play Jimmy, he be smacking.
Yeah, it's definitely a Keno number. I
Come
play.
on. That's one of your keynote numbers.
So we want to talk a little bit about this week's
Rundown.
rundown. We're going to talk about the NFL.
Let
Not
everybody
the
get caught
Browns
up.
yet.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll-
talk about them in a bit, but let's talk about the rest of the NFL. What happened in the rest of the NFL, Pac-Man? Why don't you run down some of these scores for us?
Yeah, let everybody jump on. Give it time to jump on.
Yeah. We can talk about these other teams for me.
Jump on it. Jump on it.
Give these other teams a.
Jump on it. Jump on it. Okay. First up, we had actually it's a very surprising game.
Who?
The Los Angeles Rams defeat the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, yeah, they did,
27 to 24. The banged up 49ers come in, Kittle-less, McCaffrey-less, Debo-less.
But LA came in without their two top
Cooper
wide
Kupp.
receivers.
Puka Nacua.
Yeah, that's their number
Without,
one and two.
Without, I think, the top two tackles on the offensive line.
Yeah.
And what they do?
Pulled out a dub.
Came out and played ball.
Yeah.
Stafford did Stafford-like things, and he upstages Brock Purdy in a big game, big divisional game.
Cleveland needs to watch the game film and figure out what they did without 2 starting tackles.
Got the ball out of their hands quick. Remember, I told you a show ago what he did against the Lions. He was
Yeah.
getting it off in 1.5.
I think that our coaches should watch that.
Come on.
Somebody.
So the Rams come out with a big victory. They win by a field goal. Next up, I'm not going to say so much surprising because they both were undefeated, but I don't think the Chargers really beat anyone.
No, not yet.
But they lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers 20-10. The undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers
Man.
with Justin Fields at the helm.
Man, they just keep getting lucky.
Justin looked
Let me
bad
repeat
at
that
all,
again.
Man.
The undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers with Justin Fields at the helm.
Go ahead, talk about it. Let
I'll
them get
say
their
this
time.
much.
Sheesh.
I'll say this much.
Tell me.
I would love for them to play a team that's good
They have to eventually.
so that I can see where they really stand.
No, we can't go about that now. We found that out last week. Who's
Yeah.
good? We can't go about like last year's and who's good last week because the NFL right now is really
It's changing week to
unpredictable.
week. It's so unpredictable.
It's so unpredictable.
I'm just saying that as the teams that they've played so far haven't come out to be really good teams.
The only one is Atlanta, but they're Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
But how can we
don't know who's
judge that
showing up.
though? The third week, you know.
Yeah, it's a short.
Yeah,
it's a
but
short
I feel
sample
what you're
size.
saying though. I feel what you're saying.
And so everyone's saying Justin Fields is a game manager. I'm just going to say his stats real quick. 25 of 32, 245 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He also, he had a 55-yard touchdown pass to Calvin Austin.
Calvin Austin. Who's Calvin Austin?
He's just a little slot receiver.
I didn't even heard that.
So Fields is starting to get more comfortable in this offense. The defense is still always going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers defense.
Their defense is what's holding this team together.
Hey,
Blue.
I don't think that they've scored. I think that
over
20
20 is their highest.
I think 20 might be their highest score of the year.
But when you're not letting anyone else score 20, you win.
And that's what I'm saying is they're lights out defense. And that's
Yeah.
what Pittsburgh's been known for since the Steel Curtain.
It's very surprising.
70s.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, I don't know if I can say a surprising game because they were undefeated, but the Minnesota Skull Vikings defeat the Houston Texans 34-7.
Wait,
Definitely surprising.
34-7. Undefeated Minnesota Vikings with Sammy Darnold at quarterback defeat the Houston Texans 34-7 on 4 touchdown passes by Sam Darnold. The forgotten Sam Darnold. The bust Sam Darnold. Thrown to the wayside Sam Darnold. People don't realize every quarterback isn't ready to come in the league and play right away. Do you remember when we were growing up? I don't care if you were the number 1 pick or not. You sat and you learned for 2-3 years before you came out on the field, unless injuries happen.
Absolutely.
Now you draft quarterbacks in the top 10. You want them to get in right now. You want to see what your reward is right away, and that's how you break a lot of these young quarterbacks.
Kayana, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate you.
You already know what's going on.
Thank you for joining us. And go ahead and continue, Peck. I just wanted to give her some acknowledgement.
As you should. Okay, so Sammy Darnold has 4 touchdowns.
That's crazy.
They're undefeated. Their defense is top 5 right now. The Minnesota Vikings are looking like a real contender. Justin Jefferson is doing Jefferson-like things. They call him J-Jet for a reason because he keep leaving people behind in the dust.
Yeah.
They look like a real contender.
He's a special receiver. That's why I said at the beginning of the year when we did our fantasy drafts, a lot of people were worried about drafting him because of who his
'Cause of Sam
quarterback
Darnold.
was going to be. I mean, let's be real. He's just him. He can play with anyone, and he's just him. I think Sam Darnold might be getting a little help from these receivers.
At this moment, he can't do any wrong.
No.
He's in full Flacco mode.
He's doing absolutely wonderful.
Full Flacco mode.
You Vikings fans are very lucky to have a well put together team right now.
If he does this for at least half a season, he gets a new contract. They don't even play with it.
Absolutely.
Guaranteed. And
Absolutely.
JJ
Where did he
McCarthy's a
come
backup.
from, anyways? Like,
Sam Darnold is a
Jets,
absolutely
San
started
Francisco.
from the bottom. Now he's here story.
no shit.
He was
okay.
a first round draft pick.
Yes.
Who drafted him?
Got the Jets.
Jets.
The
Yeah,
Jets
he
is
got
okay.
thrown around, tossed to the side,
Forgotten
Basically what Baker was.
What happened to Baker? Yeah.
The same thing that happened. He was in Baker's draft, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yes. So the same path Baker took. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's shining.
He was a backup in San Francisco last year. When he came in, when he had to come in a few times, he looked good. So he got a chance in Minnesota. They drafted the quarterback JJ McCarthy out of Michigan, but he ended up getting hurt for the season in preseason. And on comes Sam Darnold, the real Sam Darnold. Let's see if he can hold it up.
Brian Minton wants to know if Tua's going to come back. Pack, what do you think?
I think he sits out 4 to 6 weeks. You know, when you get put on the IR, you got to sit out at least 4 games. But I'm going to put him at 6. There's a lot of money out there. You're talking $170 million.
He's done.
Guaranteed.
Put it this way. If he does come back, I mean, let's be real. One more concussion should be it, right?
No,
But-
he can't
but-
come back. Don't let him come
But
back.
think about it.
He will, though. He will.
They said if the doctors clear him and then he has to play or he can't get his money, it's not guaranteed. But the doctors say he can't play, then his money's guaranteed. Obviously, if they put him on the IR, the doctor's saying you can play eventually. So I'm gonna say
Let's
4 to
save
6
the man's
weeks.
life and just say, go ahead. And,
171 million.
man, it's not even worth it.
I
He
go out
said-
there and play
he
without a
does he
helmet
got
right
kids?
now.
Does he got kids?
I'll play 1 quarter with no helmet right now.
Does he have kids? That's the question.
I'm
is
I'm
gonna-
not sure, to be honest.
This is going to be the perfect story going forward in his life for the people to watch. Because if he ends up really screwed up down the road, you're going to have like a 3 concussion rule in the NFL and you're gone. You get what I'm saying?
3 and you're out.
Yeah.
it should
Because
be
if
like that.
if he gets older and he starts like slobbering on himself and just going
In a wheelchair or
yes,
something.
like losing his mind crazy, there's a chance
Junior
that they,
Seau.
Yes.
Shoot, that's a lot of them.
absolutely.
Junior
This-
I heard
Seau.
Bernie say it's like 19 players a year.
Yeah, CTE is, I believe,
Yeah,
what the
he really pushes
real.
that.
Yes.
He has an organization
It's
for
real.
that because he was talking about Junior Seau. He was talking about just
Right.
the same thing.
The CTE is real.
Yeah.
I
it's-
mean,
it's
how much
scary.
money is worth your life?
Right. It ain't.
Is
It's
that-
not.
is that
171
basically-
million.
I mean, that's what I'm asking. Is that worth it?
If I got kids, I'm good with this.
They're going to be the ones spending
Your
that.
kids and your grandkids gonna be set.
Yeah, they're going to be the ones spending that, not you.
Come on, sacrifices have to be made.
Danny Bocanegra, thank you for joining the show. Big paws up for Danny. Thank you.
You gotta get your paw back, man.
You got it hanging on the wall.
I had
Just
it
so
there.
everyone
Dell got to
knows.
break the paw off the wall.
Yeah, they got
I'm going to have to pull the paw off the wall.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because
I just
my
want,
guy.
Yeah, I wanted to get it
In
out
fact,
the way.
we'll just do that right now on the show.
Let's see it.
Okay, go ahead. Go
This
ahead.
is the
and go grab.
unpawing.
I got enough wire. You good? Okay.
The unpawing.
I'm pawing for the season.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
unveiled.
Danny,
That's why we've been
Danny, I just
playing
want to
late.
let you know thank you. Because I got my paw back because of
Yes, thank you.
Now we can really call him Paw Doe.
Yeah, paw
Yeah.
go.
That's Paw Doe.
I'm digging that new hat
you. So
though.
paws up in the chat. Yeah, I do
Yeah,
too.
I'm digging
I like
that new
it.
hat.
I like it
Yeah.
a lot.
Oh yeah, he went crazy with him.
Yeah, they got the helmet series out. I see.
Oh, man, everyone got it.
I felt like I couldn't even wear Browns this week. They got to show
no,
me something.
I couldn't.
Yeah, they had to show me something.
I was embarrassed.
My love just goes so deep for them brownies, man.
How deep
so
is your
deep.
love?
So deep.
How deep is your love?
Man. Okay, Pat, go ahead and get back
Go
to
ahead.
these scores, man.
Okay, up next we have the New Orleans Saints take their first loss of the season. They go down 15-12 to the Philadelphia Eagles. Saquon Barkley does Barkley-like things, breaks a 40-something yard, about 48-yard touchdown, breaks the game wide open in a very tight game with under 3 minutes to go. Carr tries to come back, but he does what Carr usually does. I mean, he's been looking good all season, but he finally turned into Carr at the end of that game. But I mean, it was pressure circumstances. It's either score or lose. I mean, you don't always come through in those games, but I still think the Saints are a very good team.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the offense we seen the first 2 weeks where they didn't punt at all, was it? They scored on every drive they had.
Amazing up until this last week.
One
But,
hell of a run.
hey,
The Eagles have so much talent, and I think counting last week, they had lost 7 out of their last 9 dating back to last year.
Eagles pulled that one out, though, right?
Yeah, they ended up pulling it out. What
on,
I'm saying,
on some ugly game shit,
Yeah,
but
they,
you know.
they have so much talent. There's no reason that they should be struggling and playing the way that they are. If they keep playing like this, I think their coaching, his season's going to get really, really, really hot.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about 4th of July hot.
Danny, I cannot give you the paw just because I got it at a game that I went to and I keep all my memorabilia.
Now he's
I
just
thought
saying,
we said
give
the
me the
first person to
paw.
mention the paw, we was gonna send it to him.
no.
Now he's
did
just
not say-
saying, give me the paw. Like, yeah, give me the paw.
Oh, okay.
Who we got here?
And
Who we got here?
Kayana, thank you. Yes, I was very excited to get this hat for sure.
Oh, okay. I get it now.
Very,
Yeah,
very
I get
happy
it. I
to
get it.
get
I
this
get it.
hat.
Kiki,
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
and you ride it, Okay, up next.
I didn't know that
Oh,
song.
Dan, hold on. Don't start yet because Danny has a golden one for us.
Okay.
His love for the Browns is like diarrhea. He just can't hold it in so far this season.
Man.
Come on. Come on.
Thank you, Danny. We all needed that laugh. We appreciate that one.
You feel me? I don't need much. I just need a woman that's willing to hold me and just listen to me talk about how this year's gonna be our year. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
You
I
see
don't
that
ask for much.
post?
I don't want anyone around me when we lose. I just want to be alone. I just want to be alone.
I just want to just like disappear into the couch.
Yes.
That's what I did. I fell asleep right out here on the couch.
right away.
They rocked you to sleep.
Right there.
I don't want no parts of the
All
Sunday
right.
after we
What
lose.
game we on next?
Okay,
ahead,
up
Pat.
next we have another surprising game. Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos. defeat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 26-7.
Woo.
26-7.
Wow.
How that happened?
So this is where I guess that we need to remember that Baker can become Baker real quick. I mean, right? Am I right or am I right?
I mean, he
Yeah.
didn't look like the Baker from the first few games, but like you said, you still got to remember he's Baker.
That's what I'm saying.
The competition's going to step up. Denver is not a horrible team
Denver should not have won that game.
at all, ever. But
Not with a rookie starting quarterback.
they have a rookie quarterback. I ain't saying they have the greatest weapons, but they have decent ones. But they have a good defense.
Who they got at running back?
Any and everybody. McLaughlin.
That's what I'm saying.
Williams, McLaughlin, and whoever else.
I haven't
They
heard.
probably having tryouts right now.
I couldn't name you one Broncos receiver. Cortland Sutton. I'm
Sutton.
sorry. Cortland Sutton. I could. My bad.
Patrick got hurt again, so I don't even. Yeah,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
it's like that.
How they won that game is amazing, but all right.
Defense and grit.
Who else we got next?
But always remember, he's still Baker Mayfield
That's what I'm saying.
at the end of the day. Up next, we have, I'm not going to say so surprising because the Tennessee Titans aren't that good this year, but I think the margin of victory was surprising. The Packers beat the Tennessee Titans 30-14 with backup quarterback Malik Willis at the helm.
Wow.
Willis had over 70 rushing yards, rushing touchdown. I mean, I know he's still just a backup. It's Jordan Love's team. He's the highest paid quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
But he's looking like a very viable backup if anything happens to Love.
I'll tell you guys like this, beginning of this year, first episode of this Kennel Talk show, I did say the Packers would win that division. Just
picked the
remember
Pack?
that. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that wasn't a bad pick, but remember, Minnesota's still undefeated.
The Lions are in that division
Yeah,
too, but
so-
I said the Packers would win it. They have a
we
very
stabbing
well,
it. He's sticking to it.
very well put
Sticking to
together
it,
team.
huh?
He doubled back down on it, want us to remember it. So we definitely writing it down.
I know what the
Taking a
division looks
picture,
like.
writing it down.
Matter of fact, Green Bay plays Minnesota this week. We'll see what really happens.
They definitely do play this week. Big game. We'll get into that
Go
later.
ahead with the next one.
And plus, that was a revenge game because Tennessee Titans traded Malik Willis to the Packers at the end of this preseason.
Absolutely.
So that was good get back. Up
Good
next,
for you, Malik.
we have the Indianapolis Colts defeat the Chicago Bears 21-16. I mean, what can I say? Caleb Williams finally had yards, but he still took a L.
He threw his first touchdown, right?
Yeah, but he took a L.
Jaden Daniels is still better.
Way better.
Gotta say it.
The Colts, they get a touchdown on Jonathan Taylor. Anthony Richardson didn't do anything too crazy. He threw one pick, but he also didn't do too much to hurt him. You feel me?
Yeah. Colts squeeze out another
Tight one.
tight one.
So they beat the Bears 21-16.
Bears are 0-3. Are they 0-3?
Yeah, they ain't beat no. They won one.
They won one.
Remember that one where they got a block punt for a touchdown?
Oh, first game. Yeah.
and then they got a
Bears are
fumble
1-2.
or a pick for a touchdown. So
Yeah.
they sit in the same place we sitting.
Bears are 1-2.
They won when Caleb Williams had 98 passing yards.
Wow. Wow.
Up next, because we keep talking about this unpredictable NFL. Up next, we have the Andy Dalton-led Carolina Panthers. First off, I'd like to apologize to Carolina. Josh, stop the music for
Yeah.
1 sec.
All
Yeah, stop the music.
Okay, here we go.
I'd like to apologize for 1 second to Andy Dalton.
No, to the
Not
organization
Andy
because he
Dalton.
wasn't
I mean,
part
the
of it.
Carolina, my fault.
Yeah, he wasn't part of the
'Cause-
first problem.
The first 2 weeks of the season, I called them the Carolina almost an NFL football team.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Carolina. It wasn't the players. It was one guy,
The quarterback.
Bryce Young.
Change the quarterback and look at what happened.
Number 1 pick in the draft.
Wow.
Drafted ahead of CJ Stroud. Benched in his second season, 2 games in.
Hey,
You put in the red rifle, and he comes in and he lights Oakland up.
lights it up.
Lights Oakland up. I mean, it makes me excited that that's who we're playing this week after watching what Andy Dalton did.
Yes.
The Panthers win 36-22. The Raiders tried to fight back. You know what I'm saying? They ain't let them choke them to sleep. They were kicking and squirming. But Dalton went ahead and did his 1-2 and got Carolina a victory. I apologize. You guys are an NFL franchise. It's official
For now.
for this week. Okay, up next, we have the Tua-less Dolphins, the hot Tua-less Dolphins. Lose 24-3. 24-3.
So that's a Skylar Thompson-led Miami Dolphins
Yes.
team?
So now you don't understand. This is why they want Tua to come back. This is why they're still willing to pay him $171 million. When he's not in the game, you have an offense that's putting up 3 points.
Nothing.
3 points. They go down 24-3. Like I said, it wasn't a surprise because the
Right,
Seahawks
so
are actually
chill.
the Seahawks are actually undefeated. That's not a bad Seahawks
Brian
team.
said, chill.
Yeah, that's not a bad Seahawks team at all.
And Brentel, yes, we did talk about the Steelers, but we will talk about them again soon as
go ahead.
here
And we
real
actually,
soon for
we
you.
actually gave them praise too. It was hard
Yeah.
to do, but
You guys
we
did
had
Show
to.
real
some
good.
love. We show some love.
When you're
guys are-
undefeated with Fields at the helm, you got to show love.
You guys are doing amazing things right now with that defense.
But the Seahawks pull it out. They put their foot on the Dolphins' neck. DK Metcalf has a 50-something yard touchdown. And the Seahawks just keep on rolling without Pete Carroll.
If Miami doesn't get Tua back, they better find a suitable replacement for him quick
I
because
think-
that offense is good and they can succeed with a good quarterback.
The fastest offense in the league.
Yes.
And I think they signed Huntley, didn't they? I think he might be getting called up this week. They had him on the practice squad last week. 'Cause remember, we tried to trade him and we couldn't get a deal.
Yeah.
I wish if we would have held on just a little longer, we'd have found a dance partner.
Absolutely.
And so up next, we have the Baltimore Ravens defeating America's team 28-25. Dak Prescott paid, what was it, 240, 250 million?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to keep riding my quarterback. The Cowboys are sitting at 1-2. Their only win came against us. Is this who they really are? What do you think, Josh?
Yes. Yes.
The 1-2 Cowboys, and they
Yes. The Cowgirls.
is this who they really are?
I think so. I think their win against us week 1 was a fluke.
And remember, they had the Thursday night, so we ain't gonna dig too deep in that Baltimore win because we'll be talking about the Cowboys here in a little bit later on in the show.
Don't get me wrong, Baltimore is a good team, but they were also 0-2.
Baltimore was 0-2 too. It was two hungry teams that,
Yeah.
that wanted to win, and it showed in the final score because the game was way more lopsided than it was. The Cowboys just tried to come back at the end.
Right.
But it was, you can tell it was two teams that wanted to win a lot.
Very hungry teams.
So up next, we have the Detroit Lions beating the Arizona Cardinals 20-13. Kyler Murray, he's still looking good this year, but the Lions are just a few years ahead of the Cardinals right now.
Yeah.
You feel me? The Cardinals are in a rebuild. They still have an explosive offense. Their defense isn't really there right now. And the Lions get a big game out of Amon-Ra St. Brown, and they get the dub 20-13. You know, we fuck with the Lions. You know what I'm saying? They're the Browns of the NFC.
You ain't lying.
You know,
Grip, Big Money Grip, thanks for joining the show. Big paws up in the chat for my Big Money Grip. Sorry, but you got an L coming this week.
Boo.
Grip, I'm glad you joined the show like 3 minutes later because we just was talking about that Carolina Panthers-Raiders game. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, you didn't want to hear nothing about that.
So up next, we had the Sunday Nighter. We had the Kansas City Chiefs defeat the Atlanta Falcons 22-17. Atlanta actually looked
Great
good in
game.
this game.
Great game.
Atlanta looked good. That's what I'm saying. You don't know what Atlanta team's going to show up. Like I said, they lost that game, but Atlanta looked good in that game.
Yes. Very good game.
I mean, Mahomes is going to be Mahomes, so it's hard to beat Mahomes.
Fun to watch. Didn't expect that kind of game.
I thought it was going to be lopsided.
Yes, same. But Atlanta played a rough one, or played a very tough game.
So, what do you think about Kirk Cousins? Is he the guy we've seen in the couple losses, or the guy we've seen in the win?
Put it this way, he can manage these games for him. He can get them wins. It's the rest of the guys that are going to have to
Just
step
not the
up.
big ones, though.
You're right.
Because
He's not going to go win playoff games.
Yeah, he usually lights it up in the regular season, then fizzles out in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, do you think he'll pick it up and start putting up bigger numbers?
I really hope.
You got him in fantasy?
No, I do not. But for them, for their
sake.
yeah. He's an NFC team. I don't care what he does.
Yeah, so Mahomes just does what Mahomes does. He gets another dub. You know what I'm saying? He's a tough guy to beat. He doesn't care if he wins by 1. He don't care if he wins by a field goal at the end. He just finds a way to get the dub.
Grip says he's in Chicago. How long is this going to be
Grip
for?
in the Chi?
Did you go to Chicago to hide from us this weekend?
Come
or
on.
what?
I know. I thought we was gonna watch the game at Griff's
Yeah,
house.
did you
Grip
go to
in the
did you go to
Chi?
Chicago to hide from us or what?
He did right.
Yeah, he probably smart for that.
Once he found out that Devontae Adams and Crosby was out, he like, hold up.
Yeah, it might be a little ugly.
Is the taste this weekend, Grip?
I
Let me
think
know.
that's
Is
in
the
the-
taste this
I
weekend?
think that's in the springtime.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
I could be wrong, but then again, you could be right.
I could be right.
All right, okay. Next up, we had the Buffalo Bills actually took the Jacksonville Jaguars to the woodshed.
Man, there was a
47-10.
blowout.
Blowout.
4 touchdown passes by Josh Allen. He didn't give me my anytime rushing touchdown that I needed, but he definitely lit it up.
Okay,
The starters got
Wait.
a chance to sit.
let me ask you guys something.
Yeah.
Do you think Buffalo's the best team in NFL right now?
Get-
Next to Kansas City.
What? Yeah.
I would
Oh,
always
yeah.
have to put them behind Mahomes until I can see that they can beat
Finally
Mahomes.
beat. Okay.
Who
fair
won?
enough.
Who won the Super Bowl
I would
last
put them
year?
at 2
Fair
right
enough,
now.
Fair enough. I
Yeah.
like
And to
that.
be honest, I put the Vikings at 3 right behind them. I'm not sleeping on the Vikings. I think they're a real threat to
Really?
the rest of the league.
I gotta watch these guys, man.
And so, like I said, the Jacksonville, there was nothing to talk about. Lawrence looked horrible. ATN didn't score. None of the position players got off.
Not even fun to watch.
He said he'll be home by kickoff. All right.
You'll be
now.
on by kickoff? Oh,
All right,
we'll be there.
We'll be waiting at the door.
I'll be there.
We'll be waiting
Just
by
like
the
a
door.
shout-out.
Are we gonna have to tailgate in your parking lot
Don't
or in your
kick us out.
driveway?
Yeah, don't
are we
kick-
gonna have to tailgate in your driveway until you get there?
He gonna get there. I got a foreman plugged into his garage, making burgers like crazy.
The new neighbors, they're gonna be
Come
like,
on.
"What's going on here? Who are these
I was playing
guys?"
some Ice Cube today. It was a good day.
Yeah, we're gonna be out there kicking it, Griff, if you ain't home in time.
But yeah, we'll definitely still be through. And so, actually, last Monday they had a special. They had a double header for Monday night, and they're doing it again this week. So
Yeah,
let's talk
seen
about
that,
the
yeah.
second Monday nighter.
It's supposed to be 2 shit shows, honestly, if you ask me.
What, this week or last week?
Last week
one.
was 2 shit shows.
We have the Washington Commanders versus
If
the
you
Bengals.
ask me.
Everybody expects the 0-2 Bengals to come back with Joe Burrow. He gets back in the saddle against a horrible team, lights them up. They get the dub at home on Monday night prime time. That's not what we got. What we got was a Jaden Daniels coming out party. The Washington Commanders win 38-33 on the road in Cincinnati. And let me tell you some stats for Jaden Daniels.
We're gonna talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Come on. Jaden Daniels, 21 of 23.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rookie record.
Did y'all hear what I said?
Rookie record.
21 of 23. That means he had 2 incompletions.
90 point something percent, I believe, or 91% completion.
254 passing yards. 11 yards per attempt. That means that's a first down every time someone catches the ball. 0 interceptions, 2 touchdown passes, 92.9 QBR. Though you good, boy.
That sounds
Unbelievable.
141 quarterback rating. 12 rushes, 39 yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. If he would have got 1 more rushing touchdown, I don't want to ban, but let's not talk about that.
Man,
And they had the ball.
oh my-
And they had the ball at the inch
I
line.
ain't
2
doing
different
that shit
drives.
no more, man.
They had the
I'm
ball
done.
at the inch line. 2 different drives. 1 more rushing touchdown. I had Chase for 2, and I had Daniels for 2.
All I need.
Chase got 2. Daniels got 1.
I probably needed 4 check marks all weekend. I'm done.
Come on.
The one dude fell on the 1 yard line. What game was
Oh,
that?
Singletary.
Oh,
Devin Singletary against us.
He said, "Hold up, man. What is this?
yeah. Like who did they tell him go down?
This is what we warned you about, Josh.
I know, right? Get away from that stuff.
You don't want none of this shit, do we?
No, I
Gambling is not for the weak.
Walk
don't. Man. Oh.
So the Commanders, I'm not gonna say smashed the Bengals because they only won 38-33, but it was a beatdown in my eyes. I mean, Chase hit a couple big
The
plays to keep it
quarterbacks
close,
look good, man.
but Daniels he's the
who
one.
looked good.
Jaden Daniels.
The Redskins were
Yeah.
not Redskins. I'm sorry. The Washington
Commanders.
Commanders.
Ellen DeGeneres and the Cincinnati Bengals started off 0-3.
Yeah, Burrow. Okay, when he went Slim Shady because M dropped the album out of nowhere, it looked dope.
Don't ever put my man Slim Shady in the same category with fucking Joe Burrow.
No, because that's what he had at first. It was real low. He died when Slim Shady dropped his album.
Ellen DeGeneres.
But now that it's grown out, and you said Ellen, I'm seeing it now, and I can't unsee it.
Yes.
Because I was thinking like it was like some 98 degrees frosted tips, but it's definitely Ellen.
This dude, man.
Bro, if he scores a
0-3.
touchdown, he does one of Ellen's dances. He just get up there and get the die.
They lost to the Patriots. They lost to the Washington Commanders. Who else they gonna lose to? Come on now.
Whoever's on the schedule next.
Man.
But like I said, another quarterback underperforming. But let's not. No one dogs him. Let's just talk about my quarterback.
I've been
Let's just all
dogging
dog
him.
Deshaun.
I've been dogging him.
Another quarterback
That's
being paid a
because-
lot of
That's
money.
because that's my team, and I'm going to talk about it.
No, not just I'm talking about the national media.
Yes, that's true. That's
Justin
true. That's
Herbert
true.
underperforming. Burrow underperforming. Tua concussed again. I can keep
Mitten
going on. There's a
Bradley.
lot of
Mitten
them.
Bradley. Ryan Mitten.
Okay, that was the rundown of last week's games.
Yeah.
Let's get into
No,
Let's
we
go
would
ahead.
like
The
to
one
take
game-
we'd like to
Yeah.
take a second and ask y'all to like,
share,
share,
subscribe.
subscribe, tell your
Stop.
friends,
Follow.
You know, hey, y'all. There's this show Kennel Talk. Y'all should check out.
When you talking about a cooler at lunch, you know what I'm saying? When you sitting at the table, tell your friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
And we
Yeah.
really do appreciate it.
Write it on the
Everything
bathroom
you guys
wall at
do.
your job. You know what I'm saying?
And the stall
Kennel
while you
Talk.
sitting there taking a shit
Yeah.
and getting paid to take a shit, just write it on the
YouTube Kennel
wall.
Talk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hashtag.
throw us out there.
Hashtag
Yeah,
Pac-Man the
it.
Fool.
Hashtag it all, baby.
Okay, unfortunately,
Well, let's go ahead and.
there's one game that we didn't discuss.
Oh. All right. You guys ready for this?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to take it. Let's
Take
take
a couple
it.
deep breaths.
No.
All right. Let
Okay.
me take the silence. All right. Hold on.
Can we talk about cheese or something else first? Like shit.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Okay. For the rest of the fans on there listening today, are you ready for this?
Okay.
Let's get to it.
Yuck.
The Cleveland Browns lose at home on beautiful Lake Erie
In Cleveland.
on a beautiful day,
In Cleveland.
21-15 to the New York Football Giants.
I'm sorry.
Offensive line made of paper mache. They dropping like flies.
Oh my.
Watson's
ahead.
running for his life and still holding on the ball too long.
Keep on talking about it.
We don't want to run the ball. I don't know why, but we just don't.
Okay. All right. Did you hear his conference?
Who's?
I'm not
Yeah,
a running
yeah,
back.
Yes.
Don't
How do you
don't
feel
call
about
don't
that?
call running plays. I actually I'm not mad. I agree because he just came back from shoulder surgery. He's not saying that he won't run when the plays break down. He's saying just don't call a design run for me. Like on the 1 yard line when he scored a couple weeks ago, cool. But he's saying just don't call a bunch. I'm not Lamar Jackson. Don't call a bunch of design runs for me. Because if he goes out there and runs and gets popped shoulder out for the season,
Or we got to do what we got to do to win the game.
yeah, that's what I said. If the play breaks down, he's more than willing to run.
But let's say it like that.
I think he's got the
Because
most
the way he said
rushing
it,
yards for a quarterback in the
it's
league.
kind of like, I'm not running back.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, but you're the leader of the team. How about we say, we're going to have to do what we got to do to win a game.
I think he's in the top 5 rushing for quarterbacks. He's running because he has to. He's saying, I don't want to. I'd rather sit back here and slang it, but if I have to run, I'll take off.
I think
Just
what
don't
he's
call it
meaning.
designs.
I think what he's meaning is he runs enough on the broke down plays.
Yeah,
that
on the fly.
He don't need
Extra runs
5 to
designed.
7 designed runs for him in the game.
And he's getting sacked five or more times a game.
Okay, but who else?
We mean who else?
Who else is going to run the play then?
The running backs.
They need to give it to the running backs.
or
But
the wide
why-
receivers. A lot of teams have been running the wide receivers out of the backfield.
I seen
Foreman-
that yesterday.
Yeah, what's going on with Foreman? No show week 1, they don't give him any carries. Goes crazy week 2. Week 3, no more
show.
carries.
It's not his fault that they didn't put him in
It's
either.
coaching.
I kept asking, where the hell's the big guy?
Big coaching losses that we didn't really pay that much attention to.
Yeah.
One, Bill Callahan, offensive line. No matter who was in there, he always kept them together.
Oh, man. I
His
knew
son
that
gets
was
the head
gonna
coaching
be
job in Tennessee. He follows as he should. I would have followed my son too.
big. Yeah.
Second big coaching loss that that flew under the radar. Stump Mitchell. How long has Stump been here?
Oh, long
I didn't realize
Stump's that guy.
yeah.
Stump ain't here no more. We got Deuce Staley, which Deuce Staley was a good running back when he played for the
didn't
Saints
know
and
that
the
either.
Eagles. Deuce was a good back, don't get me wrong. But Stump was a staple, you know what I'm saying, in the locker room.
This to me though still comes down to head coaching making decisions,
Yeah,
right?
like
Play
okay,
calling.
what's going on? Who's calling the plays?
Oh, Stefanski.
Stefanski.
Are
for
you
sure.
sure? Because
Yeah.
these don't look like
He's calling
Stefanski
plays.
At all.
offense.
They're saying it's supposed to be a new offense. It's supposed to be Ken Dorsey's offense, but Stefanski calls the plays.
Okay, so
It's Dorsey's offense, I guess, but Stefanski picks the plays.
is
I
it
don't know how
time to
this
be
is
like,
going.
okay, this is not working. Let's go back to what
Fire
we
Dorsey
doing?
and just keep Stefanski just doing everything?
Because
or-
it doesn't look.
Van Pelt already got an offensive coordinator job somewhere, so we can't call him back.
Yeah, what is it that we're
We
missing?
don't need an offensive coordinator. He just stands there, literally.
Do we know that though? I mean, we truthfully don't know.
Well, whoever's not putting the right personnel in needs to go. Period.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that at all. You need to run the ball to
It's
win in the
been hard.
NFL.
It's been hard, man.
I don't care who's in the backfield. You got to have that threat of the run to win in the NFL. If they know you're just dropping back and you already can't block them as it is, you have to run the ball. If they can't pass block, let's see if they can run block. Let them lean on somebody. You feel me?
Man, it's getting irritating. Like I said, I don't understand why Foreman didn't have more of a big time role in last week's game.
Okay.
I feel like he could have freaking done a lot more than what we had.
It's just weird. Play 1 week, don't play. Play 1 week. I don't know what they're doing.
And he did nothing wrong in the first week
At all.
except for the face mask on the last drive. I guess you could say that was, but still.
Okay, let's.
Maybe he's not doing good in practice. Maybe he's just not looking hype in practice.
He looked good in games.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's dive into this because this game started off crazy. Very first play of the game, kickoff. Browns hit the Giants. They fumble the ball. Browns recover. Very first play, Deshaun Watson hits Amari Cooper for a 24-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Perfect
it started
pass.
Off, it was like the perfect start to a game
Perfect
that
storm.
you could ask for. That was like the best start to a game.
I'm in the
period.
dining room finishing my last little game of dominoes. I figure ain't nothing gonna crack that early. I hear Doe going crazy in the living room. I'm like, what? I run in there, Coop done already scored, fumble, all kinds of stuff. So I'm looking like,
There was a lot going on quick.
you're like, this is what we expected.
Yeah.
We expected to dominate the New York Giants in Cleveland. So I'm like, here we
Yes.
go.
So the way we started off had me believing that this was what was going to happen.
And boy, were we wrong.
Yep.
Devin Singletary.
All right, yeah, because y'all hyped me up to make me believe.
No. You
This-
picked the Browns too.
I did pick the
We all
Browns.
picked freely.
But y'all had me hyped up like, oh, these guys are nothing. We're gonna walk over them. Do you
They
guys
were
know?
nothing.
No, they
They
are
just lost to the
something.
Cowboys last night.
But
Are you kidding me?
But do you in a
Yeah.
good game? But do you want to know the one big thing that I didn't realize, and that was a major factor in the game? I forgot that they had traded for Brian Burns, the defensive end from Carolina. He's one of the best edge rushers in the game. And so once you put him with Thibodeau, who's a top 10 draft pick, and then you already have Dexter Lawrence at D tackle, I didn't realize how good that D line actually was.
They were tough.
They are
we
good.
gave up way too many
Who
sacks.
had 8 sacks? There was one individual that had 8 sacks or
No,
7.
the whole team had 8.
Are you sure?
Yeah, as a team, yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
I
no,
s-
we didn't let one person dominate like that.
Who had all the
Everybody had a
sacks though?
pick.
Because somebody was
A little
in
bit of
there.
everybody.
No, there was one guy that was
That stood out?
dominant.
I can tell you.
Yeah,
Hold on,
please look that one up because there was one, and he stood out last night too. He stood out. He was breaking through. I think he got a sack last night.
Half a sack by Okereke, half a sack by McFadden, one
Okay.
sack by Pennick, half a sack by Roaches, 2 sacks by Dexter Lawrence. Oh, you talking about Dexter Lawrence?
Might
the
have
D-tackle?
been,
He's one of
yeah.
the best D tackles in the game. Yeah, he had the 2-piece.
Because you know I stared
One
at
by
that line.
Brian Burns, one by Elijah Chapman, half one by Thibodeau, one by Azeez Ojulari, 8 sacks. Insane.
Oh,
I mean, what do you do? So,
where are we at on here?
so up
'Cause-
next,
Who is to blame
Yes,
for this
'cause that
loss
goes
on
that goes
Sunday?
perfect. Okay, because we could say, is he holding on the ball too long? Is the offensive line not blocking long enough? Or are these play calls not designed for him to get rid of the ball quick enough? I mean, yes. Ask that question again.
Who is to blame for this loss on Sunday?
That's what I want to know.
who's to blame? I mean, the defense. I'm not going to blame them. There's a lot of blame to go around. There should be shared blame.
Right.
Can we get one full game of football? You feel me?
Right. We haven't got.
They
a full
look
game.
horrible
It's
in the
always been
first half.
halves.
They give up 2 touchdowns to Neighbors in the first half.
3 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah.
Shout out to
2
that
to
boy,
Neighbors,
though, man.
1
That
to
boy
Singletary.
bad.
And then in the second half, they're lights out. You feel me? They have to put it together. Another one, offensive line. I know you can't blame injuries on anyone, but before those players even got injured, they were playing like crap. They were getting beat. They were just olaying people, getting blown by, 8 alive. But when it came down to it, we ended up, you lose Willis, he goes down. Wills, I don't know why I keep saying Willis. You lose Wills, he goes down. DeJuan goes down. Teller goes down. So you're sliding Batonio from left guard to left tackle. You're sliding Posick from center to left guard. You're bringing in the backup center Harris to play center. You're bringing in the rookie Zenner to play right guard. And then you're throwing Hudson at right tackle. So now you got a complete different lineup of 5 in front of you now.
It's a lot of moving parts.
And the sacks continue to keep coming.
Man.
So there's a lot of blame. Like I said, you can't blame injuries, but the offensive line, they were getting beat before they got hurt.
I'd like to point out that we gave up a touchdown at the end of the first half.
Crucial to Neighbors.
A fumble in their side of the field is what got them there so quick. And that ultimately cost us
A
the game.
Deshaun Watson fumble.
Yes.
So you're saying Deshaun
Ultimately
Watson?
cost us the game.
You're saying Watson cost
The
us the game.
turnover at the end of the first half should never have happened. Not one.
And
not
they go
one bit.
down. They're scared.
We had
'cause
a
they-
missed field goal too, right?
Yeah. Hopkins finally missed a 50-yarder. He had one of the longest streaks in the NFL. He missed a 51-yarder. That definitely was surprising. It definitely came up big toward the end of the game.
Yeah.
But like I said, and the Neighbors used a touchdown before half because they're so scared because he's been torturing them. So they tried to go zone, and the zone looked even worse. He gets a touchdown. Now we're at the half. We're down 21-7, and we're like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
We started so fast. How did we get here?
So who you blaming? You said defense.
The defense,
You're saying
the
the
offensive
defense.
line, and the
Oh,
play
okay.
calling, and the quarterback for holding on to the ball too long.
So you're blaming the
whole
team.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
everybody getting a part of this.
Everybody
and
get the
even the
blame,
special teams
yeah.
because Hopkins finally missed one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
That's
now in
fair.
the second half, they shut the Giants out. Now, and everybody knows in Jim Schwartz's system, he doesn't like to move his cornerbacks around And you know how some teams will have their best corner shadow a receiver? That's not how Jim Schwartz likes to play. You're on the left, you're on the right. Emerson got flamed the whole first half against Neighbors.
Dude's cooking.
I love
Neighbors,
Emerson.
boy.
I was saying he's underrated
that
top 10
Neighbors.
corner coming in the year, give him a new contract, but he had a bad day at the office, to say the least.
Terrible.
And so in the second half, we break our tendency and we let Ward shadow Neighbors. And obviously he didn't score again. And we didn't give up any points in the second half. We ended up scoring a touchdown late in the game. Who caught it? Yeah, Cooper caught a second touchdown, a 6-yard touchdown. We go for 2. Now we're down 21-15. Okay, so now we're like, oh, we got life. We played horrible, but now we still got a game.
Yeah. Shout out to Amari Cooper for making a hell of a comeback this game.
Yeah, he was toe tapping. He was doing his one too.
I mean, just amazing.
Some of those catches were insane.
He answered the call when we started saying his name and what he wasn't doing. This man was quiet in the locker room, I heard. Wasn't talking to anybody. In his own little
Let's talk
zone.
about it.
And you know what? This dude came out and played a great game.
Okay,
Thank you, Amari Cooper.
Big thanks. So down 21-15. Brown stopped the Giants to get the ball back. They're driving. Remember, they're only down 6 because they went for 2 instead of kicking an extra point. They hand the ball off to Jerome Ford on a draw play. Watson puts it right in his chest. He fumbles. Giants recover. Like I said, you're down 6 at this point. You're crossing the 50-yard line. You're in plus territory.
What are you talking about?
Jerome Ford's fumble.
I thought that was against the Cowboys. That was against the Giants?
Yes.
Ooh.
So Jerome Ford fumbles at the 50-yard line.
Not the Cowboys. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, you Gucci.
Wrong game.
Come on. And so Jerome Ford
It all
fumbles.
feels like a big blur.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. Trust me.
does.
I know that we had so many chances to score.
Too many opportunities.
I guess I just, yeah.
Because we also got
totally
stopped on a
lost that
fourth
one.
down. We also got stopped on a fourth down when we got
Yeah.
stuffed on the quarterback sneak by Winston. And then Watson had an RPO and tried to run, and he got stopped
Oh,
short.
that was.
And so Ford fumbles, Giants get the ball back, but the defense, like I said, they clamp down in the second half, so they get the ball back for us again. So now we're thinking we got a chance. Once again, we're down 7. We score a touchdown, we kick extra point. We get out of here with a hard-fought win, and everything's good in Cleveland. Okay? So now we're driving. Amari Cooper makes a few amazing catches. He tries to make another amazing catch, about a 30-yarder, and he gets hurt on 3rd down. So now it's 4th down, and he has to come out for a play. So now at this point, you're thinking, who do you go to at this point? Okay, I'm going to ask you, Josh. This 4th down, who are you going to at this point with no Amari Cooper and no Njoku on the field?
Run the ball.
What are you doing?
I would have went to Judy. He's been reliable.
I'd probably go Judy or even Akins.
He ain't even looking at Judy though.
And so
Shit, Judy's been where he goes usually when he's in trouble.
yeah, Judy's been getting his money this
He
year.
didn't look at Judy at all. I don't think.
I'm not saying he did
No,
on
it was
that
all, it was
play.
all Coop game, but the first 2
Yeah.
games was all Judy.
Yeah.
Yes, but Judy's been eating, and especially when he's in trouble.
Okay, so on 4th down, Deshaun Watson cocks back. I mean, I probably shouldn't say that when I mention Watson in the same sense, but either way, he cocks back and he throws a perfect pass to the guy that all the fans have been begging to get on the field. Why haven't we seen Cedric Tillman? We need to see Cedric Tillman. Some people picking him to get 600-700 yards this season on fan doing all kinds of crazy stuff. He hits him right between the 1 and the 9 for a 1st down.
He's
Man,
booty.
and he drops it.
We can't say that yet though, because look at all the
And he drops
look at the
it.
drops that Amari had the first 2 games, and then look what he did this week. I'm not gonna give up on Tillman yet. If he keeps on doing that, he'll be gone
I
before
don't
he
feel
knows
like
it.
he's ever been good.
Now,
He's just his 2nd year.
I ain't gonna lie.
I don't think he was good in college.
I'm very
He,
disappointed.
he was the number 1 receiver
In
at
Tennessee.
in Tennessee.
Yeah,
They
SEC.
they still had a very good passing game at Tennessee.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna give up on the young man, but I'm very disappointed in that play because all he does is get paid to catch the ball. But I was watching press conferences early in the week, and it was a Jerry Jeudy one, and they were asking about the situation. He said he told him to keep his head up, don't let one play define your career, because he was saying in his rookie year, even though Tillman's not a rookie, that he had a game where he dropped like 7 balls, like literally, and they lose. He says he comes out the next week and has like 140 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I'm hoping that Tillman has a moment like Cooper did the first 2 games and says to himself, shit. And you know what? He might make the catch that wins us this week's game. You know what I'm saying? Or next week's game or something down the road. But I'm not going to give up on him yet. He's still young. He's still raw. He still has time, I believe. We already gave up on David Bell once, and then he came back and got injured.
Looked good and got
but-
injured.
Yeah. So Yeah, I don't want to go that far.
And
yet.
so here we go, down 21-15. We stop when we get a chance to get the ball back and score. Singletary breaks a 45, 50-yard run and lays down at the 1-yard line. I know a lot of FanDuel people. I know a lot of people that had bets and a lot of people that had him in fantasy were looking like, what are you doing? But he definitely laid down at the 1-yard line, so they're able to take knees and end the game.
He cost me $60. Let's just say that.
I know he cost a lot of people some chicken. So the
Aaron
Giants.
Sowers, welcome to the show.
What's good with it? Big paws up.
Big paws up in the chat for Aaron. We know you're a Niners fan, but we still gonna give you the paw.
The Niners had a tough week. We discussed that earlier. They definitely had a tough one with the Rams.
Yeah, got looked at.
But so we go down 21-15. Just some quick stats on the game. Danny Dimes, 24 of 34.
We made him look good.
236 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, no interceptions for 2 straight weeks for Danny Dimes.
We made him look good.
Singletary, 16 carries, 65 yards and a touchdown. Neighbors, 8 catches, 78 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Shout out to that young man. He's gonna have one hell of a career, him and Harrison both.
Deshaun Watson, 21 of 37, 196 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jerome Ford, 10 carries for 37 yards. Amari Cooper, 7 catches, 86 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Aaron says his Niners have upgraded to handicap parking at all games.
They said they better do something, yeah, because they drop them like flies. They getting hurt quicker than the Browns' offensive linemen.
Yeah, absolutely they are.
Yeah, it's insane. I don't know what's going on.
Falling like crazy. And you can't compete when you lose your best players, man. It's just hard to do.
Come on, they say
Or
the best
offensive
ability.
line.
The best ability is availability. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't available to play, you ain't no good to anybody. So I hope all our guys heal up. And they say Taylor's gonna be out at least a couple weeks. They already ruled out Conklin and Jedrick Wills for this week. So we're without our top 2
I
tackles
they
again.
brought some in the practice squad, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're down our top 2 tackles again. Now we're down our Pro Bowl right guard. Let's go out there and see if we can beat the Raiders.
Yeah. So was Watson's performance enough, or is it time to look for something else?
The Watson Project.
Yeah.
And with a patchwork offensive line, sacked 8 times, hit 7 more times, beat up. He still didn't throw an interception. I know he had his fumble. That was a big fumble. They gave him the touchdown before half. They didn't score off the fumble, but it set up the drive for the touchdown.
Oh, they scored off the fumble. Let's
yeah,
be
that's
real.
what I'm saying. No, they didn't scoop. I didn't want to make it seem like they scooped it and scored.
No,
you know
they
what I'm
definitely
saying?
didn't score
That's what I'm saying,
off
but
the
it set up the
Yes.
touchdown drive.
They definitely scored after the fumble
so it
in
set up the-
37 seconds.
To Neighbors.
37 seconds is all we had to
bad
get through
boy.
to go into half down 14-7
He
instead
finally-
of 21-7.
He finally clicks with his number 1 receiver, 2 touchdowns to Amari Cooper. He hits Tillman right between the numbers on the 4th down. Ford fumbles at the 50-yard line. I can't just blame this game on him. He didn't have his best game, but I can't just blame this game on him.
Araya Jane, that's my baby girl. Welcome
Jane
to the
Doe.
show. Big paws up.
Come on, Jane Doe.
Yeah. I'll say this much. I'm not saying I don't know if we need to look for another option, but I'm just gonna say that man was I drooling this weekend when the Carolina Panthers put up 37 points after getting rid of the quarterback that wasn't performing and putting someone else in that is what? Our age?
Yeah.
I mean, damn.
Yeah, you can't.
It just made me want. It made me remember. It was like a flashback to last year when this hero came out of the smoke, and it was Joe Flacco, and he was old, but he made our offense look good.
I don't know. A few weeks ago, you and Josh both washed your hands with him. He came back out the next week, won a big game. We was both cheering for him again.
He won a big game, but he didn't do a lot.
I was high off a
But
win.
I'm not gonna say a big game because we beat one of the worst teams in the league in the
Yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars. That win definitely doesn't look that good right now.
That wasn't even a
So
good
where
win.
are you two at right now? You guys washing your hands again?
I'm
done with the
I'm
Watson
gonna
Are
say,
you just gonna use some sanitizer? You washing them or you sanitizing them? Duh?
I'm gonna say it like this.
ahead.
I can't change who they put on the field,
Right.
but what I'm
What's
saying
your opinion on
is
him is what I'm asking.
I'm not defending him anymore.
Okay.
Period.
That's what I
There
wanna
will
hear.
be no more me coming in defense of him. He threw 2 touchdowns this week, sure, but he lost the game.
Right. He didn't win a game.
He fumbled the ball when we needed him to hold on to the ball.
to make
This-
a big play.
Yes.
We
to-
pay him to make those big plays.
He put us in position to win
We
twice.
paid him to look like Deshaun Watson of the past. They paid him
to win.
to win.
He put us in position twice to win
They
in the
didn't.
fourth
No,
quarter.
he didn't. The defense put us in positions to
Game
win.
line.
The defense put us behind.
No,
Do
they
you
put
remember
us.
that? 21-7 down 14 points.
But
is what
they
the
still
defense
gave
was.
them 3
you
chances.
Can't blame the defense
Yes.
for that
For
third
the one
touchdown.
neighbors one. What happened to the 2 before that when they
That's
just
what I'm
drove down?
saying.
They
That's
gave
what
them
I'd like
3
to know.
chances. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you got to punch that ticket. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if you got to run the ball yourself, if you got to throw it to yourself. You
That
got to
man
come
threw
through in
a
that
t-
situation.
That man threw 1 touchdown in the first 4 seconds of the game, and then threw 1 more through the next how long? Come on, man.
Some QBs don't throw 1 touchdown again. Danny Dimes threw none
He should
last
have
night.
had 4 after throwing 1 in the first 4 seconds of the game.
I definitely would have liked a 4-piece, but like I said, Danny Dimes didn't even throw 1 last night.
I'm not talking about Danny
The
Dimes.
NFL's catching up.
I don't give a fuck about anybody else's
But-
teams or their quarterbacks. I'm worried about Deshaun motherfucking Watson.
And that's who I'm worried about. A couple weeks ago, you guys were saying he couldn't throw any touchdown passes. Now he throws 2 and 2 isn't good enough now. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand it.
no, I'm saying
a couple weeks ago we
2
did.
would have been great without the
I'm
fumble.
saying a couple weeks ago we were doing an over and under of 1.5, and
2
you were
would have
saying he
been
couldn't even
great
throw
with
one.
the win. But that's what I'm saying is 2 ain't good at all when we losing and he's fumbling the ball away. That's not good.
He put us in position to win 2 different times.
But did he win?
2 different. He didn't fumble, and he can't catch it himself. He threw it right to Tillman, hit him right between the 1 and the 9.
But it's still, there's plays where he.
If you gonna tell me that one play
That's not,
changed the game,
You told me the one play where he fumbled before half changed again. That's what I'm saying. You're contradicting yourself.
it
So how
did
can that
change
play
the
change the
game,
game?
though, 'cause they scored.
But the fumble and the drop pass didn't change the game, though.
if they would, bro,
Is
they
what I'm
scored
saying.
off that
All
turnover.
those plays changed the game. That's what I'm saying. Don't just say his fumble
Right.
changed the game, but the other turnovers don't change the game.
How many possessions did we have in that game?
Not enough.
How many possessions did we have?
I don't think. Go ahead and look that because I don't think we had any possessions. It felt like we had like a handful compared because those
Turn
guys.
it down a little bit, Josh.
Were it turned down?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
hear
you
me
went
now?
real loud.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I feel like I don't even remember what I was saying now.
It'd be like that sometimes.
But
What I'm saying is, you can't say one turnover cost the game and say the other 2 didn't.
that turnover was important though.
Yeah, so was the one from Ford. We were down 6, crossing the 50, and with 7 to go in the game, with a chance to win the game. We scored a touchdown. We're up 1. We're down 6 because we went for 2. That definitely has all of them. Deshaun's cost us. I'm not gonna say it didn't, but you can't say that cost us, but the other 2 didn't.
Okay.
We played a shitty game as a team.
Okay.
As a coaching staff, as everything. They should be embarrassed to put that on the field at home. Last year we lost 1 game at home. One game all year. We're 0-2 at home right now. They raised the ticket prices because we've been winning at home. And this is what you put on the field for the fans? This right here? Blown out by the Cowboys, lose to the Giants? Those are supposed to be our easier games.
And that's why I can't
NFC
do it.
East?
I can't defend it anymore.
It's
you lose
hard,
to the
man.
New York Giants, I can't defend it anymore. Period.
It's hard.
You gotta be that guy, Tyson. They
I'm
paid
a
him,
BTO. That's my
but
quarterback.
they
You feel
said
me?
they paid him to be that guy. He's not being that guy.
Yeah, like I
man.
said, you got to win those. I don't care if he's got to run it himself, throw it to himself. You got to win those games. But I'm saying everybody costs us
Aaron,
that
you
game.
you make a very strong point. Do we think Winston could outball Watson?
Not, he's,
No.
He's got his own special 30 for 30. He threw 30 touchdowns and 30 picks.
I wouldn't say Winston could do better, but I watched a 39-year-old Joe Flacco turn our offense into what I thought we should have every
Okay.
week.
See,
All right. Watson or the guy from New York right now? Who would you take?
You talking about Aaron Rodgers?
No.
Danny Dimes?
Dimes.
I'm
Who
taking
would you
Watson.
I'm
take
taking
for this
Watson.
game? For this game coming up,
I
taking
take
Watson.
Watson.
you take Watson.
Like I said, Danny Dimes didn't even throw a touchdown last night. It's a tough league.
We made
They're hard to
Danny.
come by.
We made Danny look
Look
good.
like- yeah, we made him look way better than he
look
was.
he looked good last night.
But he looked good
though.
last night again,
Yeah.
though, so I can't say that. The
Yeah.
Giants are better than
Five-
people think.
What
Five
about
field
Minshew?
goals, guys.
What they say, Minshew?
5
Oh,
field
we're gonna eat
goals.
him up. We're gonna eat the Minshew. We're gonna Minshew him up and spit him out. That's what we gonna do.
If you guys think a good game is 5 field goals, that's terrible.
If you win with him like
What you talking
Pittsburgh
about?
did,
That's Cleveland, and that's no. Yeah,
then
AFC
Pittsburgh won with
North.
6 field goals against
That's
Atlanta.
AFC North right there.
If we get a dub with 5 field goals, I'll take
Just
it.
saying, though.
But that's what lost the
5
Giants
field
the game.
goals?
Yeah, that's
Come
what,
on, man.
Yeah, they kicked
Yeah.
5
They
field goals
lost
last
because of
night.
that.
Yeah. Eventually, like
One
I said, you got to
I
score a
mean,
touchdown.
yeah, that's how we
One
used to play.
touchdown, you win the game.
Yeah.
Those were our games a couple
But
years ago.
you know, Kevin's not kicking no 5 field goals. He's gonna go for it on few of them 4th downs.
Oh, my
so it's
gosh.
something gonna shake. Either we gonna get it or we ain't. Something gonna shake.
Okay,
though.
what happened? What 4th down was it where it was like, come on, dude, you should at least punted it?
That was probably the one where they tried to quarterback sneak Winston. He got stuck, and then they still came out.
Because you could have put him in the corner last week, and then you could have made a special play.
And to be honest, on that one, we actually got bailed out because when we got stopped on that 4th down, they were already in field goal range. Remember, the kicker actually missed one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would have made it a 2-score game.
Aaron said field goal kickers are so underrated and underpaid. I don't believe they're underpaid because they only have to come out so many times a game, and they're not in a harm's way as the other players are.
Bro, they're hitting them from 50 this year like they're extra points from the 1-yard line back in the day.
The dude from
Buddy
Dallas
from the Cowboys is different.
260s.
He just missed his first one last night.
He missed his first one from 50 in his career.
I didn't know that.
Bro, he had a 60-yarder last night, a 50-yarder The kid's different. They need to check his leg for real.
He's my top scorer in Chris's.
He's got a bionic leg. They need to check it for real. I don't know what he's got underneath them pants.
He showed he's real last night by missing one. Though.
Yeah.
Let's be real. He showed he's real. I mean, I have him.
I had to double down on that. Hold up, no Diddy. I said I don't know what he has underneath those pants, but no Diddy to that one. You know what I'm saying? no Johnson and Johnson.
Oh, you're right. They do decide games and bet tickets for sure.
Yeah, that's Paw Doe. Paw's up for Doe's granddaughter. Come on, Paw. Paw's up. Stop playing. Come on. She watching.
Tell Everly that Paw said Paw's up for her.
Come on.
That's for her right there.
Big time. You know what's going on.
Tell her I love her too. And Aaron, yes, you're right. Field goal kickers do decide games.
Bro, they're clutch. Imagine just sitting there all day. You ain't got much work. Now all of a sudden you got to come out with 1 second left and win a game.
Who gives the field goal kicker a chance to decide a game?
The guy making all the money, the quarterback. They're definitely underpaid though, for real. Look at the rate they're hitting 50 yarders. Like I said, that was Hopkins' first miss from 50 in like 16 attempts. They're bamming them. They got to start getting paid more. They're
That's
very
like
important.
a dog 50
Yeah,
plus.
50 don't seem like nothing no more. Now you got to start hitting them for 55 and 60.
Absolutely.
They're raising the bar for real. It's a different league we're in now.
We need one of them 60-yard kickers. I like ours though. I like.
I'm happy with was it Hodges?
Hopkins.
Hopkins.
Yeah, I love Hopkins.
Hopkins International, baby. They named the airport after him as soon as he got there.
I believe that, and I believe that there's been chances for that, but I don't think coaches will trot their kicker out for a 70 because of the field position the other team will get if they miss.
If they're up enough, I can see like if Dallas is up enough and it's not going to change anything in the game, I can see him trotting them out because they trotted him out against us and they were going to attempt it and then they pulled him out and punted it.
And I wanted to see it.
I definitely wanted to see it. I wanted to see us catching and returning for a touchdown.
I do believe you're right, Aaron. I think there are guys that can hit those, but I feel like very strongly that the coaches will make that decision to not do it because of the field position the other team will get after it.
Okay, so where do we go from here? Where do the Browns go from here?
On the phone.
Who we calling up?
Oh, hey.
Start off by fixing the offensive line problems, I would say.
Yeah, I was going to fix that.
How do you fix this offensive line problem? So you're coming down. Is Jones playing? Because he wasn't listed as out, so he must be questionable still. But already out this week is Wills and Conklin. So you're down them and you're down Wyatt Teller. How do you fix this week going up against the Raiders who are down?
I've already seen
Crosby.
they went out and picked up some.
Yeah, I think it's like 2 or 3.
A Fetty, yes.
He can play decent at tackle.
And
I don't mind him as a swing tackle.
I also heard they're talking about moving.
No, he's a tackle.
Moving Batonio
Back
to
to
left
tackle.
tackle. I did see that as well.
I wonder how he feels about that. Like I said, because
I think he's a whatever the team needs type guy.
Even last week when we were down 6, Watson broke off a nice run and he got called for holding. And I wasn't mad at him. I'm like, he's out on the edge playing left tackle against some of the best edge against Burns and Thibodeau. They got such a quick get off, and you kind of felt sorry for him. You know what I'm saying?
I don't get mad at all when
you couldn't even feel sorry for him. You know, he got switched from left guard to left tackle. That's a whole different playing field.
Yeah, it is. It's rough, but you know what? Like I said, I think he is a.
He played left tackle in college though.
Yeah.
I will say that at Nevada he was.
Okay.
At Nevada he was a left. We moved him to guard.
Because they drafted. He was drafted.
He was projected as a guard because he didn't have longer arms and he's a little shorter. And obviously they put him in the right spot because he's probably gonna be a Hall of Famer, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Do we got any quick fix this week, or do we just gotta go out there and play ball?
Honestly, they're just gonna have to put a makeshift line out there and do what they do. I mean, next man up.
How do you fix it? Like we said, run the ball more, quick throws, more screen passes.
You're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to see more screens.
I'm fixing it with more screen passes because literally the Giants were blitzing corners, safeties, linebackers. They had no respect at all.
I worry about with that a lot of legal man downfields, and then heads start to drop. and we start going backwards.
It just seemed like they were literally just bringing everybody every play. They did not respect our blocking schemes. They knew we couldn't pick them up, and it was just a horrible outing all the way around. It didn't matter if we left backs in to help protect, if we left tight ends in to protect, extra linemen in to protect. It didn't matter. We couldn't pick up the blitz to save our life, and they have to fix that.
Yeah.
As much
Honestly,
because when it comes to blocking, it's not just offensive line, it's the tight ends, it's the running backs, it's the receivers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has to do their job.
yeah, they're going to need that. But we're going to take a small little break here to
Tell
ask
y'all
y'all
to
to,
like, share,
yeah, do all that.
subscribe, follow. This is
Even if you just like get on the phone, call your friends, say, hey, you get on YouTube real quick, check out this show, Kennel Talk. They might like it.
you might like
and
it.
we might appreciate that.
Come on, tune in
Yes.
with Chocolate Thunder on Kennel Talk. I'm not Pac-Man no more. I'm Chocolate Thunder. That's my stage name, baby.
All right, so
When I do my Keith Sweat voice.
No, because I remember your mom would call the radio station.
Remember she's called Keith Sweat?
What was her
Chocolate.
name? Yeah,
Chocolate.
Sexual chocolate. or
Welcome to
something.
the Sweat Hotel.
Yeah, you're right. I was like, I know that voice. It's damn.
all right, so my guy earlier said something about us playing two halves.
Two halves of football.
Can the Browns put
Man.
together a full game?
Are they capable of playing a full game of football? Not the offense is good in the first half, but they're sorry in the second half. Are they horrible in the first half and good in the second half? Defense good in the first half, sorry in the second half, vice versa. You feel me?
Why does it seem like we always play to the level of our competition? We can play good teams well, and we play shitty teams shitty.
I think our first mistake was underestimating the Giants.
That
Like
might
I
be
said,
it.
they played a tough game. They could have beat the Cowboys last night. You said they had to take 5 field goals. Our first thing we did was underestimate them because they lost a tough game to. I mean, they lost. Yeah, they lost a tight game to the Commanders. So we're like, oh, they lost to the Commanders. We definitely could whoop them. Now I realized that the Commanders have lightning in the bottle with Jaden Daniels, and so they actually did a good job of containing him. You feel me?
Yeah. Do you
'Cause he-
think that the beginning of the game hurt us with that quick start? Do you think maybe we got?
I think we got so high that we ended up crashing. Like we drank 6 Red Bulls. Like we were on that high, and then we just crashed out of nowhere.
I mean, honestly, maybe we thought we were too good for them at that point.
Yeah, we looked past them. We literally looked past them.
Yeah.
They didn't even look at him as a formidable opponent. They just thought, figure we'll whoop him and get on to the next week. You feel me? This is the part of the schedule where even we looked at it like Giants win,
Yeah.
Raiders win,
This is
Commanders
a week,
win.
This is a week right here that I think that we should be able to put together a full game of football, and we have to. I believe
we have no
to.
choice.
I mean, just for the fans' sake.
For the
Okay,
coach's
I
sake,
got
for
a
the
question.
players' sake.
Is this a must-win game, though?
Oh, for the Mister, there's no
Yeah.
such thing as a must-win game this early in the season.
I said game 2.
No.
No,
We
I'm
talking
just
about right
asking
now though.
now,
We
is this
a
no,
must
is this a
game?
must
Still
win?
not.
Oh,
Still
my
not.
goodness, really?
Nope.
He said it without saying. Then when you brought it up, he
Yeah, he
he
came-
recanted it.
Because
Yeah.
I'm saying in week 2,
He's moonwalking.
there ain't no
No,
way
we're talking about
you
week
should-
4.
Right.
I know,
I know
but
we had this
the
conversation
beginning was
too.
week 2 and week 4. I
Okay.
still don't think it's a must win.
So
No
this
must
game
win?
against Raiders is not a must-win.
No, not in my eyes.
And they just got blew out by the Panthers.
And
Yeah.
Watson.
If we lose to them after they got blew out by Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle,
Then we're giving up on the season. Is that what you're
I'm
saying?
not giving up on the season.
That's what
I
I'm
ain't giving
saying.
up on the season.
But
no.
I think for me to have realistic expectations of us making the playoffs and even having a chance to catch Pittsburgh, we have to win this game.
yeah.
That's all I'm
we
saying.
gotta stay legit.
I'm not going to
legitimate.
so much call it a must win, but if we want to accomplish the goals that we set forth for this season, we cannot lose to the Giants and the Raiders back to back.
And I'm saying it's a must win just to keep the media away, just to keep the Watson project away, just to leave us alone so we can start playing football. If we lose, it's the media's coming down on Watson already. If he keeps on losing, he's not going to be able to concentrate. So it's a must win because this boy needs to get
We need
going.
a win to lift his spirits.
Yeah, he needs to get going on the field or out the locker room.
I mean, what?
Aaron said we might as well tank and draft a quarterback.
Oh my, not the tank talk. We can't tank.
We actually have a
No.
first round pick again this year.
Oh yeah.
So
nice,
if things go
yes.
bad, we might be able to take a look at Quinn Ewers, but I'm not ready to give up my
Wait,
quarterback yet.
okay. Let's say this real quick. Who will we drafted? What do we draft?
If we got a chance at a high draft pick, you're taking
Yes.
Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, you're taking
a quarterback,
Absolutely.
If we have a shitty season and we're in the top 5 to draft,
you take a quarterback over a left
Quinn
tackle right
Ewers. Absolutely.
yeah.
now. A wide
Hands
receiver.
down. Quinn Ewers.
A running
If we
back?
have a shitty season,
I'm talking about any.
Ewers.
Quinn Ewers. I don't know.
If we
nothing
make the
about him. I'll have
playoffs,
to
the
check
last thing
him.
I'm worried about is a quarterback.
Why the fuck would we draft a running back? We got Nick Chubb.
Nicholas Jamal
We-
Chubb.
Are you kidding me?
We
Put some respect
don't-
on his
You
name.
gave
we
up on
do
him?
not know if Nick Chubb is even
Man.
coming back this year.
I do.
Week 6.
I know Batman.
You
Week
said,
6.
You
I
said that
know
about beating the
Batman.
Giants last year, week 2.
I know
yeah.
Batman.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I know
come on.
Batman
Trust me.
too. Man, he got his broken
Come on, I
back
eat
broke.
Chubb Crunch for breakfast.
Man.
Yeah.
Come on.
But
you
I'm
ain't finna
saying,
tell me Nick
so
Chubb.
so you take our
is getting
first
replaced?
pick in 3 years, you're going over the quarterback.
If we have a losing season,
That's if Deshaun Watson don't find.
that's a losing. If we have a losing season, because then after next year we'll be able to get out of the contract. Buddy can sit and learn for you. But if we make the playoffs, the last thing I'm worried about is a quarterback. I want a
Really?
left tackle because remember,
okay.
this is Jedrick Wills' 5th year of his contract. We picked up his 5th year option, so he made a decent amount of money this year. But that means he's not under contract for next year. So if we have a decent season, we make the playoffs, we need that left tackle. Hopefully we don't
Yes.
miss on this one. Because remember, when we took Wills, we could have took Tristan Wirfs. He's a Pro Bowl tackle down in Tampa, protecting Baker down there. You feel me?
Yeah.
I would take a lineman, my first pick.
I know you're gonna take a lineman every time, and like I said, I ain't mad the way our O
I
line's
miss
looking.
Joe Thomas.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that Zenner can come in, the rookie out of Michigan, come in and actually grind it out and give us. Can't really be a teller, but be like a great value teller. You
Is
feel
that where
me?
he's from?
Joe
Michigan,
Ramsey,
yeah.
welcome to the show. Big paws up. Fat Joe. We appreciate you joining us.
Come on.
We'll pick with you next week.
Yeah, we definitely coming to see you next week. We
Yeah.
just praising your boy Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
We was talking about how we slept on the Giants because they played a tough one against y'all. They lost to y'all. Whole time we didn't realize that they lost to a good football team.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, it's easily. I said it. I was saying it way before the season started. He's better than Caleb Williams.
Oh,
It was no
same.
doubt in my mind
Same.
that he was the best quarterback in that draft.
Better
Yeah.
than Watson.
Better than Watson at this stage of career, yeah. That young man right there, come on, he can run back
Oh,
and
you
forth
talking
10
about
times and still
Daniels?
not be tired. At
Talking
this
about
point in his career,
Daniels?
yeah. Come at this point of his career, bro, it's like comparing old Ali to a young Mike Tyson. You feel me? Watson, he's on the back end. Well, I'm being honest. He's still my quarterback. I love him. I want him, but he's on the back end. You talking about a young, fresh rookie, fresh off winning a Heisman Trophy, still running the ball 10 times a game. You feel me? On design runs.
What he said?
He's
Joe
de-
said, did you just say playoffs?
playoffs for who? The Browns or the Commanders?
The Browns.
Oh, I'm saying playoffs for the Browns, but I'm also saying if the Commanders keep playing ball, they got a chance to win that division. Remember, that's the division where they had a different winner like 7 years in a row. Nobody really wins that division twice in a row. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Commanders came out with a surprise team and actually won that division this year.
Philly and
This is
Dallas?
hard for me to say.
With Philly and Dallas.
Philly's 1-2, aren't they?
Philly
I
believe
gonna
they're
be in that
2-1.
picture.
2-1, whatever. They're not as good. They lost 7 out of 9 coming into this week before they got a big
You
win
ain't
against
got
the
to
Saints.
win too many games in that division.
That's
to
what I'm
make the
saying.
playoffs.
Yeah, you don't got to win 12 games in that division to make it to the playoffs.
No.
And like I said, don't even sleep on the Giants. They still got
That's
a
why I
chance to
said
make noise in that division.
Giants are going to be in that picture.
The way that defensive front looks for them,
I like that defense.
and if Daniel Jones can keep playing mistake-free football, because this is 2 weeks in a row, Daniel Jones didn't throw any interceptions. If he can play mistake-free football, they can beat a lot of teams because they have a very good defense. Neighbors is an emerging receiver rookie, and they can do a lot of damage, I think. So that's actually a way better division. I actually didn't put no respect on that division's name. That's a way better division I thought, minus the Cowboys. They are who we thought they were.
Yeah.
They're not that good. I will stick by that statement.
I think, like I
Eagles,
said, it was
Commanders, and
big
Giants.
fruit week 1.
Eagles, Commanders, Giants. I think they got a chance. The Cowboys, they're gonna fall to the wayside.
Yeah. They definitely ain't no good.
What do you got up next for us, Doski?
All right.
He
So,
said, I love the Commanders. Love. You
I
know
feel
you
him. I
do.
love the Browns too. It's just a love-hate
Yeah.
relationship. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I ain't fucking with her. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
What
but
about
later
you?
on-
Come on the show next week.
yeah, put it this
Oh
way.
yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
come on,
yeah,
talk some
yeah,
shit about
yeah.
that game next
Yeah,
week.
you know we
We
play y'all
get
in
Griff
2
and Joe
weeks.
back to back, bro.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm doing road games. I don't even do road games too often. I like to sit and cry to myself at home if we lose.
We're going to go live.
Yeah, we're going.
Terrence's
Yeah.
house.
I'm gonna go on the road 2 weeks in a row. I'm gonna watch the game with my brothers. I ain't done that in a while.
Yeah.
I done got old and married. I ain't watched the game.
I was
in a
at
while.
Joe's the last game.
I know. Remember you told me
Yeah.
you went over there last time. I think I
wouldn't
only was
let-
there.
He wouldn't let me watch it on the big screen. He had to put it up on the,
Hey,
the little TV.
Joe, you know I still got that memory when we won last and you had to put on that Browns jersey. I took that pic. I got him just saved up in case we win again. I ain't gonna hold you. So just know that's in play still.
All right. So,
Let's take
we're
a
up.
quick break.
no, we're not
Okay.
there, Josh.
Okay,
Not
where we
yet.
at?
Where are all these injuries coming from? Would it be the preseason not playing? Training staff? Or does it have anything to do with these practice routines? Are the coaches going too hard?
They need some
Going too
milk.
soft.
They need some milk.
What is going on? Why do we keep getting injured, guys?
Lack of preseason play.
Yes.
They're just jumping right in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
After not doing anything all summer with practice, and they had a couple.
Especially being big guy.
They had a couple inter squad practices, I think, with the Vikings and maybe somebody else. I can't remember, but that's not the same as actual preseason action. They're coming in. It's like they're just getting done with the preseason now. You feel me? So I hope they start to pick it up. Players need to play in the preseason. You feel me?
Absolutely.
It's good work. You have to get that work in. You can't just pop up on, you know what I'm saying? You ain't never been at the job, you know what I'm saying? Then you just pop up and you want to run the press the first day. Get in there. Get some work in. You feel me? Get some chemistry with your receivers.
I completely agree on that. It's got to be the preseason. I mean, there's no way you should have all this time to get yourself healthy and then go out there and just get hurt right away. It just don't make sense. I mean, I know it's a physical sport. It's not like they're just out there, you know.
It's a gladiator sport.
Yeah,
but
it's a physical sport, so I get where these injuries are coming from. Don't get me wrong,
but don't hold players out to protect them from getting injuries just so they can come out and play like shit because they didn't play.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
You know what I think it is?
Injuries can happen at any time.
You ready to hear this?
Yeah.
Hit me with it.
A soft coach.
Being too soft on them?
I think Kevin's too soft.
You know what it was? He won 2 coaches of the year. We went to the Greenbrier last year in West Virginia for training camp for the first time. We come out, we play all the different quarterbacks, we make the playoffs. He's like, fuck it, we'll go back to the Greenbrier again. I'll give him a relaxed atmosphere because
No.
we're a winning team now. We're a perennial playoff team now, you feel me? And so I'm gonna ease up on him a little bit.
He needs to start getting these players' faces.
Vrabel.
He needs to start telling them when they're messing up, especially watching them. Hey, you're supposed to pass it there instead of taking it off.
Yeah, go to your check down.
Don't do that. What are you doing?
I don't give a damn if you grab him by the face mask.
Something. Don't just give him that grin he does. That little. No, man, I think he's too soft. Man.
You got to cut into him.
Yeah, he's too soft.
Yeah.
I believe letting players sit during preseason, and then you baby these linemen, and you don't let them practice all summer long, and then you expect these big dudes, 300-some pounds, to get out there and move and mess with these other 300-pound linemen that are running almost, 4.8s now?
For 60 minutes.
You know? These guys, this is a different pass rush these days. This pass rush, these linemen are moving quicker than ever before. These linemen are moving like linebackers now.
For real. And a lot of them are hybrids.
Yes. So you got these fat guys sitting around. I know I sit around, I can't move.
When I get up out of this chair after this podcast, you're going to hear all these knees snap, crackle, and pop.
Exactly. So you expect this big man, even though he's still at age, but it's still, to go out there to perform when you ain't even got your muscles in motion.
Yeah, they're gonna tweak something.
Yeah, you ain't even got your sitting down.
You're not limber enough.
Yeah, it's time for somebody. But hey, you guys are grown men. We're paying you lots of money. Get your butts here to practice. I don't care if you some all-star. It's time to practice. Njoku, all of them. He's treating them like little babies, and this is what's happening here too. But that's another discussion.
Matter of fact, does anybody have a score update on the Ross game tonight?
I don't.
If anybody has an update that's watching, hit us with it in the chat.
Yeah, I don't have no clue. But that's what I think it is. I think it came down to him being the homeboy and not
being more of a friend than being a head coach.
Yeah. There's too many injuries now. There's too many injuries, and it just. I think scared. Maybe he's scared to say something.
There has to be a set plan. Okay. We don't want to play preseason. Cool.
I like my money.
First preseason game, you play one drive. Second preseason game, you play a quarter.
Yeah, just
third preseason game, you play a half, and then you sit down. Some work, you feel me?
Sports is muscle memory.
Some work. Get some work.
Start the muscle memory as soon as possible. You don't start the muscle memory until when it's kickoff for the NFL season.
Yeah, you're
in trouble now.
We just skipped the floor pad. You just jump right into it.
You're 4 steps behind now.
Yeah.
And you can see that now with Cleveland. From them not being at preseason and having these boys busting balls all summer, they're 3 weeks behind.
Literally. They're still in the preseason.
Yes. These guys are shaking off summer dust and last year's hurt injuries still because they didn't get out there this summer and bust balls because they was chilling in the mountains.
We came into the season banged up.
We chilling in the mountains taking some
at the Greenbrier.
Let's go jump on a boat
and the hollers. The hollers kicking.
Yeah, come on, man. Get out of here.
I do it like Schwartz is more of a disciplinarian. Vrabel's more of a get-in-your-face type of guy. Stefanski's not. I don't know if Vrabel needs to take over a bigger role with this team, but we need to get tougher.
There needs to be
I don't
a
know if the
spark.
strength and conditioning coach ain't getting us something ain't right.
Just like
You know
they
what I'm
used to say, there needs to be a spark to get that fire under that ass to get it going.
And hopefully we get a spark this week.
Somebody needs to light it.
Because I know I'm
Somebody.
ready to spark and light it.
That's what I want. I want Watson to do that because he's supposed to do that as my $1 million quarterback, Mr. Leader, man, Mr. Stats, Mr. This is your chance right here. You pick everybody up and carry your team because that's
It's your
what
chance to
you're
shut
getting
people up.
paid. Yeah, this is your chance. You ain't got a couple more weeks left before they start calling for your head.
Literally, you know it's Cleveland.
Yeah, you probably got a game or two left before they.
You got Raiders and Commanders.
Yeah,
is what you got.
Exactly.
Speaking of that, since we're talking about that, we're gonna talk about the schedule coming up. Your Browns are 1 and 2 at the moment.
Don't say that.
1 and 2 at the moment. Let's look at the schedule going forward. This week we got the Raiders at 4:30 in Las Vegas. Then we gotta go to the Commanders. Then we gotta go to the Eagles. And then we got the Bengals coming to see us. This ain't getting easier, guys. It's only getting tougher. The Ravens.
This is a very, 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 very hard schedule.
The Ravens are coming in after that. Then we got the Chargers, which I hope that'll be an easier one,
He
but
said
we'll
Max
see.
Crosby's out. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, he
Crosby
is.
and Devontae Adams are out.
And Devontae Adams, yes.
They're two best players, best defensive player and best offensive player.
And then we're traveling to the Saints. Then we got the Steelers coming in. Then we're traveling to Denver to play the Broncos. And then the Steelers again.
Double back down.
Yeah. And then Kansas
I'm not
City's
even worried
coming to
about that. I'm
Cleveland.
worried for the next 2 to 3 weeks. We gotta get.
And then the Bengals.
Oh my God.
And then the Dolphins.
Come on.
And we'll end the year with the Ravens.
Very, very tough schedule. So something's got to shake.
Yeah.
You're either going to be a really good football team or a really bad football team. We're going to find out very, very soon.
It's either gonna be like
No in
yay,
between.
or we got next year again.
No
All
in
right, so
between.
we're going to take a small little break and ask y'all to like, subscribe,
share, like, subscribe, stalk, follow.
Get us out there to all your friends. Let them know that we got the little thing going on called Kennel Talk.
And let them know that I look way slimmer on camera, too. You see it. Come on.
Ah, man. Did you say sexual healing?
Woo!
Is that your
Sexual chocolate.
Sexual chocolate?
No, I'm Chocolate Thunder.
Chocolate
Come on.
Thunder.
You know,
okay.
that was my name at Club Rise when I used to go on amateur nights.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Come to the stage, Chocolate Thunder. I come out my little Jim Brown jersey. I ain't gonna tell the rest. Party Pete.
So this week, the Browns are traveling to Las Vegas to play the Raiders.
Viva Las Vegas.
Man. We're going to talk about that in a second, but first, Pac-Man, why don't you let the people know what other games they got going on in the NFL this week?
You know I love some NFL football. Ain't nothing like NFL football. Real quick, we're going to discuss the Thursday nighter last night. We had the Dallas Cowboys beat the New York Giants 20-15.
Shit show.
The Giants settled for 5 field goals, no touchdowns in the game, and they ended up losing by only 5. They had a chance to win the game, but couldn't come through at the end. Dak played a good game. CeeDee Lamb went off. CeeDee had over 100 yards and a touchdown. Neighbors had a decent game on the last drive of the game. He got a concussion and left the game, so we'll have to check on his health status going on later in the week. But Danny Dimes actually played a very good game. Like I said, once again, no interceptions, but they came up short.
No touchdowns.
Yeah, no touchdowns, no picks, but they came up short. I don't think the Cowboys are that good, but I think the Giants are way better than people think. But the Cowboys usually beat the Giants, and they kind of flexed on them. But the Cowboys actually lost Parsons last night. I don't want to go without mentioning that. Parsons goes down with a high ankle sprain. Those are usually, 4 to 6 weeks to heal. But these doctors are different these days, so I could see him back in 2 to 3 weeks. But that was a major injury. Diggs went down, but he came back. But the Cowboys were dropping like flies, too. They lost
The
like 2
rookie
corners last night.
Neighbors
Neighbors went down with that concussion, yeah.
He was on
So
Instagram
the
today.
Cowboys
Say
were
he's
kind of
good,
banged
though.
up. He said he was Gooch?
Yeah, he was on
That's good, because he's going to be a hell of a player.
Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot.
And so the Cowboys get the dub to start the week off on Thursday Night Football. And let's get into this week's games. We're going to do a quick rundown of them. First off, we got the 1-2 Patriots traveling to San Francisco to take on the 1-2 San Francisco 49ers. Now, they may be getting Kittles back this week. I don't know if Debo's coming back or not. They were saying Purdy was going to be out, but now he's only questionable. I guess they're saying he's going to play, but these 49ers better get healthy quick before they find themselves way behind. Because the Cardinals aren't the best. They're still rebuilding, but the Cardinals are a good team. The Rams just showed that they're a good team by beating the 49ers. You feel me?
Yeah.
Seahawks are undefeated. They better get their head out the mud before they get left in quicksand. And so they taking on the Patriots. This should be a bounce back game for them. The Patriots are a good, scrappy team, but I can't see them beating Brock Purdy no matter what weapons he has in this game.
Yeah, you're right, Aaron. Brandon Ayuk does need to step up.
But check this out. So if I tell you that there's no Debo, right?
Yeah.
No McCaffrey, right? No Kittles, right?
Yeah.
And I just gave Ayuk what, $100 million? Who do you think is gonna be the star of the game with all those people out?
Should be him.
Jennings with 3 touchdowns. Jennings catches 3 touchdowns and a loss. If somebody parlayed Jennings to get a 3-piece, I know they rich somewhere. They somewhere in Jamaica somewhere by now. You feel me? But Jennings comes up big with 3 touchdowns. Ayuk fails to step up, and everyone's saying, let's trade Cooper for Ayuk. I said, no, never, no way would I do that. Ayuk's like the 4th option on his team. And you see when he gets voted up to be the 1 or 2 option, he's not that good. Really the 1, because everybody was out. He's not that good. And that's what I was telling everybody when they were saying, let's trade Coop for Ayuk. Hell no.
No, thank you.
And so up next, we have the Denver Broncos at 1-2 traveling to New York to take on the 2-1 New York Jets. I think Aaron Rodgers flexes his muscle on the young boy. I can't see Bo Nix beating Rodgers. He beat Baker Mayfield, but this ain't Baker Mayfield. This Aaron Rodgers, you feel me?
Oh, yeah. And a different
With a good defense. Yeah, with a good defense.
Adam Spencer, big paws up. Thank you for joining us tonight on Kennel Talk. We
What's good
appreciate
with it?
you.
Come on. Come on.
Got a dad and his son on the show.
That's what I was going to say. We got a father-son in the chat, and we got a father-son up here. You know, Doe, my oldest son. You already know that. Come on. So up next, we got the 3-0 Vikings traveling to Green Bay to take on the 2-1 Packers. They saying that Jordan Love's questionable, but they said he's questionable for the last 2 weeks. When he went down with a high ankle sprain, like I said, they're usually a 4 to 6 week injury. But with these new doctors and these younger players, they're healing quicker. I've been seeing like 1 to 3 weeks sometimes. So he's around that 3-week range. He's already sat out 2 games, but Willis has won both of those games. What do you do in this situation, Josh and John? You got a backup quarterback that's won you 2 straight games. Your starter just paid him the highest paid quarterback in NFL history. Do you rush him back or do you give Willis another chance to play?
I don't rush him back at all. I keep going. I mean, I keep going the way we're going. Let him heal properly.
Even though it's the undefeated Minnesota Vikings in your division, it's early still, right?
Let's say you bring him back and he gets hurt again. Then
Even
what?
worse.
Yeah, and it's worse.
And I know we haven't been doing predictions this year, but this is such a good game. Who do you guys like in this game?
I got the
Undefeated Vikings versus the Packers.
I got the Packers.
Who do you like, Josh?
I'm gonna go with the hot Vikings.
I'm gonna stick with the Vikings. I stick with Sammy to stay hot. I got him in fantasy too, so I need him to stay hot. Okay, up next we got another division game.
Pick Aaron Jones for 2 touchdowns.
Aaron Jones for 2 tutties anytime, you think?
Yeah, that's his old team. He's pissed. He
I
don't
didn't
like
even think
that.
about that. Yeah, you're right about that one. And so up next we have a division game. We have the 2-1 Saints coming off a tough loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the 1-2 Atlanta Falcons. Like I said, they're Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. We don't know who's showing up. We don't know what Kirk Cousins. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Who are the Atlanta Falcons? You know what I'm saying? Are they the team that they were when they won, or the team with them 2 losses? The Saints, are they the real deal, or was that a fluke those first 2 weeks? We're definitely going to find out a lot in this game. Up next, we have the 2-1 Eagles taking on the 2-1 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker came out hot, won 2 games. Everybody said he was the greatest thing since sliced bread. We started praising Baker, and then what happens? He loses to Bo Nix.
Yeah,
I'm still
the
riding
real
on board
Baker stood up.
Yeah, he might need to get humbled a little bit. You feel me? It might make him hungrier, but he definitely got humbled. This is a big game against the Eagles, and if I remember right, Tampa Bay knocked the Eagles out the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
And then went and lost to Detroit last year.
Yeah.
So this is some bad blood in this game. They come back with Saquon Barkley. It's gonna be a good one. Up next, we have the Red Rifle Bowl. We have the 0-3 Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, I said 0-3 Cincinnati Bengals.
With Ellen DeGeneres at quarterback.
Making all that money, but people don't talk about him. They just dog my quarterback. But here we go.
I dog him all the time, Pac. Trust me.
Well, no, I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about the national media. You know how they be. They praise Joe. He's the golden child. He's been to the AFC Championship. He's been to the Super Bowl, but he's never won anything. I fuck with him because he's from Ohio. I love everything from Ohio, including LeBron, even though I know I ain't going to bring his name up because I know how I get.
Did he?
But so we got the 0-3 Bengals traveling on to take the 1-2 Panthers. But the best part about this game is we have Andy Dalton taking on the team that drafted him and where he played for the longest. He played his career, at least 10 years in Cincinnati?
Yeah.
So the Red Rifle gets a chance to come back and beat his team. So that's the good storyline. Is the Panthers aren't that good. They're not as good as they looked against the Raiders. The Raiders just played like shit last week. Don't get me wrong, but this should be a very good game. The Bengals lose this, they really need to start reconsidering a lot of things. Maybe they need to trade Chase, maybe trade Higgins, maybe trade both. Maybe
Cincinnati,
get ready.
if y'all lose to the Panthers, y'all kicked out of division.
Out of there. Where we gonna send them
Just throwing
to?
that out there.
Hey, do we make moves for
We're gonna
Chase?
send them to the NFC South or something.
Make
No,
some-
we
make some
don't.
moves for Chase?
No, we don't.
I moved some shit around for Chase.
Hell
You
yeah.
ain't see them 2 touchdowns? Them was 40 and 50 yards.
Give me Chase.
All day. Come on.
Give me some Chase.
I don't
We ain't
chase
got- we
nothing
ain't
unless
got
it's money
room.
or liquor.
We ain't got room for Chase because of Deshaun. Trust me.
No, they got plenty of money coming up.
Oh,
next
they got
year.
bread.
Yeah.
Like I said, Jedrick's coming
They
off
got
the board.
Yeah, they got some money coming up
Yeah,
next
they got
year.
chicken. So
Yeah.
up next, we have another division game. We have what I think may be the worst team in the league now that the Panthers got a dub. The 0-3 Jacksonville Jaguars travel to Houston to take on the 2-1 Houston Texans. CJ Stroud's coming off a huge loss to the undefeated Minnesota Vikings, where he was outperformed by Sam Darnold in a big way. So I think that Stroud's going to come in very hungry. We're going to see what kind of quarterback CJ Stroud is, because this has to be a huge bounce back game for him. If he loses to the Vikings, which they're undefeated, so that's not a huge loss. But if you double back that down with a loss to the Jaguars, now that's looking bad.
He's gonna be looking suspect.
That'd be rough.
And don't get me wrong, the Jaguars are a horrible team, but this is a division game, and they want to win so
They
bad.
need it.
They need it. I need it in my life. Come on.
All right.
Okay, up next, we have the surprising undefeated 3-0 Pittsburgh Steelers with Justin Fields. I don't even want to say the Ohio State quarterback, because he's in enemy territory now. But he's looking good. He's winning games. He's managing the games. And the Steelers just keep winning. They just keep rolling 3-0. What can I say? Mike Tomlin's one of the better coaches in the league. And they just keep winning. Up next, 1-2 Rams versus the 1-2 Bears. Not much to talk about there. It's
Not at
Caleb
all.
Williams. There's nothing really. Stafford's going to get a dub.
Yep.
Up next, the 2-1 Commanders take on the 1-2 Cardinals. Will Jaden Daniels have another
This will be a good game.
amazing performance? That's going to
This
be a
will be
good
an
game.
amazingly good game for the two teams playing. Honestly, that'll be a good one.
There should be a lot of offense in that game.
Yeah.
Up next, we have a division game. 3-0 Chiefs taking on the 2-1 Chargers. Can Harbaugh win his first game, his first matchup ever against Patrick Mahomes? That's going to be the storyline. I don't think he can, but we'll see. Up next, we have a very, very, very good matchup. The 3-0 Bills travel to Baltimore to take on the 1-2 Baltimore Ravens. 1-2, we know that's not indicative of who they are, but that should be we're going to get a good test on Josh Allen this week.
They gonna lose to the Bills too.
We're going to get a good test on Josh Allen this week. Then last, we have another doubleheader. Like I said, I think they should switch this to every week be 2 games on Monday night, is what I think they should do. But this
I
week,
don't like it because they on at the same time. They need to stagger them.
Yeah, they should play.
Or
it.
do a Saturday.
they
and
only
a
staggered
Sunday.
it by 30 minutes. I'd stagger it by an hour. I'd
Do
start
it,
the other
do
one
it
30.
Saturday and Sunday.
No, I
Shit.
would start. You can't compete with college. I would start the other one an hour before the other one.
College play
the
Sunday
messages.
games. Shit, they trying to compete. Play a game on. We play Saturday games later in the season.
Yeah.
Okay, then we got the 0-3 Titans taking on the 1-2 Dolphins. Shit, boy, I hate that that's a Monday nighter. I don't even want to discuss that game. 0-3, 1-2 Monday night. That don't go together. Last week, you actually get a treat with the doubleheader. The 3-0 Seattle Seahawks are taking on the 2-1 Detroit Lions in Detroit.
That'll be a great
I'm glad that Detroit's getting a lot of national media games and home games at that, because it's a beautiful city when they're winning. You feel me? I like to see what they got going on. So that's the
That'll be a
rundown
good game.
of the games this week. Doe, hit the chat and respond to some of our viewers.
What do we need to do to win this week?
And we, as in the Browns,
Yeah.
Make moves.
outscore the other team by 1 point. That's the best thing I can give you. Play football. You're playing against a Raiders team with no Devontae Adams and no Max Crosby. This is a game you have to win. You cannot lose this game.
Aaron says Stroud's going 350 with 3 TDs, and Adam said the new Steelers. What do you mean by that, Adam? Who's the new Steelers?
The new Steelers are 3-0. This is the best they've done since they lost Ben Roethlisberger.
That's
It's a
true.
whole new team, a whole new
Steelers
identity.
didn't the Steelers make the playoffs last year? Didn't they sneak in?
Yep, just
They're
like
they're
we did.
always there. They are always good. I mean, it's just I hate to say it, but they're always good.
Yeah, but they ain't started 3-0 in a while. I go with them with the new Steelers. This is a new look.
They started 3-0, but when they hit their tough part of their schedule, if they do,
Most of the teams we play, they got to play too.
that's what I'm saying. If they win those, then we'll talk. But
And-
so
and
far, I just don't
Aaron,
feel like they beat anybody.
You're saying 350 yards and 3 touchdowns. Are you willing to parlay that? Are
I
you
might
willing to
do it.
parlay
I might
that?
do it just because he said it. I feel like that was a sign.
I That's all the sign.
I'm gonna throw that with my 2 touchdowns for Aaron Jones.
You gonna mix them up? Oh, and put the 2 tutties on there?
Yeah,
That fucker gonna be a good payout. Was you gonna throw
Real
a 5 or a
nice.
10 piece on him?
10.
Oh, ooh, 10 piece with the biscuit. Okay, so we did a rundown. What's up next for us, though?
I may
So,
take that on the FanDuel.
We
He said you might punch him on the FanDuel.
That's what
That might be a
Aaron
good
said.
one.
That's what Aaron said. Right
For real,
there.
you put the, the 350 with the 3 touchdowns,
Yeah.
then like you said, the 2 for Aaron Jones? Come on. That might be a butter
We
one.
gonna go ahead and make our picks for this week. We all taking.
This is tough. This is very tough. So the Browns on the road in Las Vegas. No Devontae Adams, who I still think is the best receiver in all of football. No Mason Crosby, who's easily a top 5 pass rusher. On a team that just got slaughtered by the Carolina Panthers, I got to go Browns.
I am also going Browns.
I'm going Browns.
I was hoping that somebody would go different just so they would win.
Sweep.
We had a clean
for the
sweep last
Browns.
week, too, so I don't know if that's such a good thing.
It's all right. I'm pretty sure we'll have a clean sweep all year unless we play.
No, you remember last year you took
The
San
Chiefs.
Francisco when we beat them.
Yeah, unless we play the Chiefs.
I'm not letting you live that down. You took the 49ers last year.
All right, so 18 rushes over under for the Browns.
Over under and 18 rush attempts, and I want these attempts to be from the running backs.
Running backs,
definitely
yeah.
not Watson's are not added in here.
And I'm saying under.
Under 18 attempts by the running backs.
Under.
What did Ford get? 10 last week, and I don't think anybody else got any.
Lucky to do 12 or 13 this week.
So over
Surprise
under
me.
18
Surprise
rushes
me, Cleveland.
by the Browns running backs this week, John Doe.
I'm gonna go over.
Oski.
I believe we'll be up by so much we'll be running the clock.
Oh, I like that theory. I never even factored that part in. That was actually a good outtake on it.
I like the sounds of that because I like the run game.
But for that same reason, I'm going to piggyback you, though. Give me the 18. Give me the Oskies.
And then we got over under 5 sacks for the Raiders.
With the news that we just received of Max Crosby being out this week, I'm going to go under.
I'm going over.
John said he don't care who in there. He going over. So this is going to be the decision
I am
maker.
It's just
going
because
under.
he holds the ball on too long.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know.
So, Doe, you going Unskis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And last week we can't not go over that.
Look, he must have won. He always want to go over that when he won. When we win, he always forget it, don't he? Oh, my bad. I forgot it. We'll talk about it next week.
We get to that
All
next
right,
time.
never mind.
Nah, I'm
No,
fucking
go
with you.
ahead,
Go,
go
we
ahead.
fucking with you.
We won't talk about it because
Nah,
Pac-Man won.
Oh,
so.
man, get back to it, man. What is y'all trying to do? Y'all trying to cheat me out of my
since
shine.
he trying to say some shit.
I'm gonna make sure my ring finger in the front when I do that. Hip hip hooray.
So we had Daniel Jones over under 1.5 interceptions. We all went over, which all
receptions.
lost. Interceptions.
Oh, interception. Oh, that definitely was a loss.
all
We didn't get
lost.
one.
And we all went Watson over under 1.5 passing TDs. Me and Josh went under. Pack went over, and he
Come on, I
threw,
said that's my
he
quarterback.
threw 2.
Come on, I told y'all. That's my guy. That's my guy.
In a loss.
Yeah, like I done seen somebody throw 500 yards and a loss. It don't make no difference if you lost. I don't care if you do 5 tutties.
We want to say thank y'all for joining us on another
Thank you.
episode of Kennel Talk.
Real quick, when we go, can anybody give me that raw score real quick? Let me look that up real quick just so we can shout out to people in case they don't know the score.
Go ahead and shout out tonight's fight we got going on.
Big shout out to Alicia Baumgartner, the bomb, Fremont's own, the champ, getting in the ring tonight to mix it up. The ring walkout's expected at 11 o'clock. It's on Prime, so
Yeah,
everybody with
Amazon
Prime, make sure you
Prime.
tap in. Cheer on the hometown girl.
Yeah, Big
Prime
AB,
is big time.
The
You hear me?
bomb going down tonight. Let's
She putting
go.
something to sleep. She
Yeah.
putting some chick to sleep
Y'all
tonight.
gonna see a knockout from Fremont's
Come on.
very own.
The bomb. I know
Yeah,
you got
the
the
champ.
bomb.
Hold on, the champ. The champ.
Who?
Talk about
The
it.
The champ is here. Okay, let me look Ross up real quick. Let's see what we got. Fingers crossed the way we've been playing this year. Max Prep, even though they had us at the wrong score, don't tell me we got wax. Oh, they ain't even got the score on there. Max Prep slipping. Hold on, let me see. Ooh, no, they don't even got it on there.
I don't see nothing.
You don't see anything? We
I haven't
must have
been on
lost.
Facebook.
Y'all got the wrong shit. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna find.
What you going to Big Board Friday?
Nah, the score. Or did I get rid of it?
Just give us 1 quick second.
Shohei Ohtani just hit another home run.
Oh, Tony's the yopper, ain't he? That boy's special. So you think he's the MVP or Judge?
I'm gonna have to go with
ALNO.
Ohtani. I'm gonna have to say Ohtani.
Okay, here we go. They got live scores right here. I got a bad feeling. Okay, here we go. Central Catholic beat St. Ignatius 27-26. We're just gonna run past that one because that's a good one. Whitmer lost to Anthony Wayne 27-3. When we this far down, I always feel bad about it. I feel like it's definitely gonna be horrible. Clyde lost to Perkins 28-7. Sandusky beat Tiffin 41-13. Definitely a surpriser right there.
41-13.
41-13. Sandusky beat Tiffin. Don't ask me how. Shout out to them.
Wow.
The Fremont Roswell Giants. We get it. We finally got another dub. Remember when we used to say, I don't care if we lose every game as long as we beat Sandusky? That seemed like it was in play this year.
Yeah.
We always say, I don't care if we lose every game as long as we beat Sandusky. It seemed like that was going to be a reality this year. And I love me some Fremont Ross football. But we beat the Napoleon Wildcats 26-10. Big dub. Needed it. Come on. That way.
Yeah. Big free.
I can drop the mic on that one. Y'all know
yeah.
I love me some Little Giants. I bleed purple and white. I hate to see us looking the way we've been looking. Big dub needed it.
We want to thank everybody for joining us
Thank
this
you.
Friday night.
Thank
We will be
you.
joining y'all again next week sometime, and we'll let y'all know when that'll be.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Y'all have a lovely Friday evening, a great weekend, and let's go Browns.
Dog pound.
Dog check.
Hey, hey.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit him
What you-
further style real quick. Go ahead. We still live. Go ahead. Hit him.
Yeah. We on Kennel Talk. We gon' outline them Raiders in some chalk.
Yeah.
We in the
yeah,
desert
yeah.
and we finna go crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. They ain't fucking with my baby Miles Garrett and D. Watson.
What?
Yeah. It's on and popping.
On it
Yeah.
poppin'.
When we run the ball, it ain't no stopping.
No stop.
Dog
Yeah.
check.
Our old line is beat up like some coochie. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Never mind. Kid friendly. Kid friendly.
We love y'all. Thank you.